It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Founded by men of many nations and backgrounds.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a liftoff.
Doom Nation, what's up? We are back again. It is an exciting episode. It's a special episode. We're finally not talking about politics.
Oh, there's going to be some, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
We are bringing back Fucked Up Friday. This is almost the original crew.
Yeah, we're just
Jamie,
missing
you should have
Jamie.
been here.
You know what, though? That gives us something to strive for. To
you know
try
what?
and do it
Yes.
again, so.
Fuck Jamie. He ain't here. Fuck Jamie.
So, welcome back, guys. Java,
What's up?
Justin.
Let's pop
Put
it.
your phone away. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, so welcome back. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Button's
Yeah.
right there.
Don't worry, I'll put the thing.
Where?
so we're not saying
Where
anything.
is it?
It's well, let's see. It depends on whose camera it's on, but it's
Yeah.
on this side.
It's on this side?
So yeah, we're gonna be drinking. We're gonna be hanging out, shooting the shit.
We're going to continue to be drinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna be continuing to drink. Probably talk about some Marvel. I'm sure. I got some.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I have an evil idea.
Go
Like
for
you
it.
know when the Xboxes first came out and you had the voice commands, people were just
Yes.
shouting that over speakers and turning people's Xboxes off.
Yes.
Oh, like if we say right now, Alexa, order me a pizza.
But like
Yeah,
yo,
that'd be fucking hilarious.
y'all guys,
yeah.
you're on Amazon Prime. Alexa, subscribe. That's it. Start every
Wow.
That
That is a great idea.
have
Never
the
thought of
volume
that.
so low no one hears it in the music, but Alexa picks it up because it's.
Wow, that's
Really?
subliminal messaging.
All right, we're
I am
gonna-
all
that's-
down for that.
That is a good one.
I'm all down for subliminal.
And I'm done for the night, guys. That's the best you're gonna get out of me.
Goodbye.
Exit stage right. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. I'm gonna
Holy
try that.
shit.
Nothing we do can hurt it.
Damn, bro, you set that on like air, bro. You should have kept it secret.
You know what? For like the next minute though, like when people are listening, it's just like beep, 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 beep. Doom Nation, what is up? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Two Doom Men podcast. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You can hear us where all major podcasts are found, and you can also find us everywhere Trump is banned. IG is @2DoomMen_podcast. Twitter is @MenDoomed, and our Facebook is @2DoomedMen. And the fastest way to find us everywhere is through linktree.com/2DoomMen. Thank you, Doom Nation. Have a great day.
That's all right. Let's start here, man. Did you guys watch What If?
I haven't
first
watched a
two.
new one.
Just the first two.
Okay, you haven't watched a new one. All right. What'd
No.
you think of the first two?
You didn't
Well,
watch any of them?
No.
Oh,
Ah.
God, you.
Are you?
You.
Or you just don't give a fuck?
No, I just haven't time to like, sit
Okay.
down.
The first one's mad good. You'll probably enjoy the
Yeah.
second one.
Let's,
I hated it.
let's put out there a spoiler warning for everything we're going to talk about.
Because also we're gonna get everything wrong. So
Yes, that too. So maybe
Oh,
it isn't
you
a
want to
spoiler
you want to
warning.
think what's coming down in What If?
Oh no, I'm just saying like in terms of anything. Like if we start talking about any TV show or movie, spoiler warning. So if we start talking about something and you're watching it and you haven't finished it yet, yeah, maybe you might want to stop.
Yeah, honestly, we're here, and you guys are just here for the ride.
Yeah. All right. So forget about What If then. What about Loki? Because remember
Yeah.
we did the like the first review, I think.
The
with you,
third
or
episode, I think.
third. Yeah.
that was
What'd you
a
guys?
phenomenal
Yeah,
episode.
that was honestly the whole show was great.
Yeah, it was great.
It was the best one I thought
Perfect.
out of the three so
Yep.
far.
Yep.
Marvel
Yep.
ones.
I distinctly
Four now,
remember the conversation they're having in the cafeteria. We're like, guys, you need to pause this right now. I have to get this thought out. I just need focus and attention on me. It was how he had the conversation in the cafeteria, just messing up this motherfucker salad.
Yeah.
What they needed was like a dope, heavy hip hop beat, like a lot of bass, and then it just dies at the end. Just for that scene, that was the most gangster shit I ever saw. Like I know you were eating this.
I
but
don't-
Sorry.
The scene where he was explaining Ragnarok. To,
Yeah.
Oh,
Mobius,
okay.
right?
And he just grabbed his salad and was like, "Bam! Let me just move shit around in here. Like, fuck what you're eating."
That scene made so many memes.
Yeah.
Like, I follow this page on Facebook. It's called Marvel Multiverse of Shit Posting, and it's pretty awesome. You should follow it, Hav. And they made so many memes out of that one scene. Cheers,
Reddit,
boys. Cheers.
Reddit produces
To
fantastic
Fucked Up
shit.
Friday.
Yep.
Caffeine is still a drug.
You're
They
adulting.
They don't test for so.
Oh, you want me to finish the story?
Fuck yeah! Let's start from
Okay.
the beginning.
Oh, this is
Sorry,
a
yeah, before we started
wonderful little.
Before we started recording, Cap was telling a good story, so we're
All right.
And we cut him off halfway. So let's start from the top again.
So you guys know how to open up your beer with a lighter, right?
I know how to open my beer with anything.
So Mexican of you.
I'm Puerto Rican.
I know.
Yo, if we're on a deserted island and all we have is bottles you got to pop off, we're going to be
Bro,
fine.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've never managed to open a beer bottle with a lighter. So recently, at the beginning of the summer, I went to a house party with someone, and I didn't know anyone there. So like, we are always partying together. Most of the time, you know, when there's a big party, one of us are throwing it. So this is just a bunch of random people throwing a party. There is a shit ton of beer at this house. Not a single bottle opener in the entire. 5 guys live at this house. It was basically like a frat party almost, just for like adults living together. Not a single bottle opener in this house. And out by the pool, the only type of beer is Corona. I was never more determined in my life. I was like, I'm going to learn something new right here, right now. And I've never done it. I never got it
one
before.
shot?
Yes. Dude, like,
You
I
know
was
why,
like,
right? Because you was fucking thirsty.
Yeah.
You wanted that fucking beer.
survival instinct.
Yes.
Exactly.
dude, I was like, it's either I get this right now or I can't, like, I got to go into the house to get beer, and I'm not doing that. And
I'm interested in the fact that you said 5 guys live in this
Yeah.
house.
And that one bottle opener?
Is it because 5 dudes live in a house and dudes are super unprepared for everything? Like, they probably didn't even have any toilet paper either in the house. Or was it because they're really 5 girls and they don't know how to open beers or something like that? You know what I mean? I don't know.
literally 5 dudes that just fly by the seat of their pants, like.
So it's just like a frat party
Yes.
all day long. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, but there's like in here, dude. There's like 1,000 openers everywhere. It's
We're
just-
prepared. We're professionals.
True.
We're
This is true.
professionals.
I can open a beer with anything. Like, give me
Yeah.
a beer and I'll open that with a beer.
But dude, like, I've never been able to do that. And when it came down to, like, I was so proud. I was like, it was either like, I have to win right now.
This is one of the major accomplishments of Chris's
The,
life.
Oh, yeah.
the
Open-
strong will survive.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember earlier this week when we recorded our last episode, you went to go light up in here, and a flamethrower came out of his
Yeah.
lighter, almost burned his head off.
Dude, I think like you did the fucking Bronx trick to the pink lighter in here, where you take the guts out and just a big flamethrower comes out. There's no regulator on it.
It might be mine. I don't know. Where's it at?
Yeah, that might be it, actually.
That sounds like more like a booby trap. So that way no one
Yeah,
steals your lighter.
that's my lighter.
It was a roach. It was like, yeah,
Is that why that little spot in your mustache?
Yes.
Little,
yes.
Well, that's like an Italian thing. I get the little spot in between the
I do
mustache.
too, but I burn it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Italian stoner thing.
And it-
All right, let's get back on topic, man. Loki. Sorry.
had a
yeah.
topic?
This is the way this episode's gonna go, folks. Sorry.
Oh, this shit's at a swing left and right
we
all fucking day.
haven't really like me and you have obviously, but we haven't spoken about Loki since it ended. What do you guys think of the ending?
Honestly, like it just like it was a great. Like I say, honestly, hands down, great fucking ending.
Yeah.
Like they could have ended it any other way, but the way they did it was good. But I thought it was great when he went back and he realized he wasn't in his original timeline.
Yeah.
Right.
New timeline.
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, they just fucking opened
Yeah.
it to him trying to like fix everything now.
Yeah.
You know, did you guys see the Spider-Man trailer?
Oh,
Okay.
that was great. Yeah.
When the lights go out in that split second, that's when the timeline broke. When Wanda heard the kids, that's when the timeline
Maybe.
broke. Like,
Yeah, this is a theory Shane keeps pushing on me. That,
Dude,
that
I
they're all
believe-
like, yeah, maybe, but at the same
I
time,
believe it.
Maybe, right? But at the same time, the shows are not like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not explicitly like at the
Together.
same time. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like an Easter egg, but it's not. I don't think that's like a major plot point. Do you know what I mean? Like you
But
guys,
I
maybe you
think
guys
for-
noticed an Easter egg, and that is your Easter egg, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything. Really.
I think for Doctor Strange to F up, if it is Doctor Strange, because that's another good conspiracy for
Oh, boy.
the whole.
the captain even gets into conspiracies
Yes.
even in terms of Marvel stuff. It's not just
They're
politics.
saying
That's a
that
rabbit
Doctor.
hole, man.
They're
You need to be
saying
careful.
Doctor Strange might be Mephisto
Yeah.
or
Mephisto or
Mephisto.
the Skrulls.
yeah, and that like he's just completely tricking. Since now that they know who Spider-Man is, like they're gonna try and trick him and deceive him to like f him over even more.
Who, Spider-Man?
Yeah, like if
Who's
the
they?
Skrull could
The infamous they.
the
Who?
Skrull, or it could be Mephisto.
What beef do the Skrulls have with Spider-Man?
I don't know.
They take so in the cartoon, the Skrull take over as like Captain America, and he infiltrates the Avengers, and at like the right moment, he screws everyone over.
They're like sleeper agents.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Since they're all shapeshifters, like it would be really important. Like, okay, so they're spies,
Yeah, I get it.
and when you're an alien that could invade Earth, who's gonna fucking fight you off? The Avengers. You're getting a spy into the Avengers.
So you think that Spider-Man is going to be a Skrull?
The Secret Wars is literally this plot.
No,
So,
I understand, but I'm saying you think that
Oh
he
yeah,
is
why?
one.
Oh, they could be trying to. The Skrull could be trying to trick him. Doctor Strange could be a Skrull, and they're trying to trick Peter into, putting him in some type of danger. He gets distracted, and then somebody shapeshifts into Peter Parker, and
like they lock
yeah.
Parker away or something. Maybe in like the multi.
Or he starts working with whatever Avengers are left,
Mm-hmm.
and now the Skrull have an in the Avengers.
You know what's weird about the whole Skrull thing? Maybe you guys could provide more context in here, but I remember, like Captain Marvel was not great, first of all, right? But
That shit sucked.
Yeah, but at the end, like the Skrulls were friendly with everybody, and she saved them, didn't she? And they went off to live happily ever after. Why now are they back and they're evil?
I feel like this could be like.
Secret War.
Yeah, no, but they seemed like everything was good. Like they didn't go that way. Like this.
So we basically the universe just got fucked up. Basically,
No, I know that.
right?
yeah.
So it could be we saw them friendly now. So new audiences who don't know the background think the Skrulls are nice or good guys, but this would justify them actually being evil infiltrators, trying to take over
Yeah.
planet Earth.
This is them getting their way in
Because remember, there's
But
young
what is
kids
the
who
reasoning,
know
though?
nothing.
Like what is their
to
motivation?
take over.
Basically, humanity is like a testing ground to like grow superpowers. But because of like all the nuclear devices and all that shit, it basically jump started the process. So that's how you got mutants. That's how you got these abilities. So the Skrulls came in, shapeshifters, and then some Skrulls. I think this is what the Super Skrulls are. They can actually take those abilities.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
there's
see.
a
Like,
there's
they
a
could assume like Thor's power.
yeah there's a whole bunch
That's
of
pretty
fucked up
crazy.
storylines that are amazing.
Where they get all four of the Fantastic Four's power in one guy.
You took me down a mean
that,
roller
I think that was
coaster
like the
right now.
actual V Super Skrull.
Yeah,
Wow,
that
what,
is.
what do you got going on?
Yeah, because that just what he's
Hamster
saying.
wheels
It's just
are
like
turning.
just going crazy right now.
All right. Yeah.
That would mean, excuse me. So if what we've seen from the Skrull already, that would mean they've already infiltrated Shield and Sword.
Oh well, I believe that.
Yeah.
Like let's say the present,
Yeah.
wherever it is. Like there's definitely some. There's some fuckery already that's happened that we don't realize yet. It's fuckery. Well, you know what I'm thinking? Like the Secret Wars. That's a big Avengers thing.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a future Avengers movie, or is that going to be the next Avengers movie, or is
It could
what's
be
his name going to be the next
it could be-
big bad guy from Loki? What was his name?
Kang.
Kang. Is
Yeah.
Kang
Kang
next?
the Conqueror. It could
main-
go.
You know what I mean? Because like, if you think about it, right? It was Loki, then it was Ultron, then it was Thanos. So like,
Yeah.
if they're gonna do multiple more Avengers movies, there's gonna be like one villain,
Yeah.
one villain.
Yeah.
So
I
Kang.
would think so.
It has to be one villain.
Yeah, maybe unless they do like a
I kind of feel like
thing or something.
Kang the Conqueror is going to be like the Ultron, like the first coming together, and then the fallout of like this new team of Avengers taking on like
Kang.
the Secret Wars.
But you just contradict yourself. So you think Kang is going to be the first Avengers movie or the second
Yeah,
Avengers movie?
I think
Okay, so
I
you
think the
said
new
second.
Avengers are going to have to come together
Yeah.
to take on Kang the Conqueror,
Okay.
and then the next lead up is going to be this new team of Avengers, and they end up in the middle of the Secret Wars.
I see. Okay, that makes sense to me. I mean, I don't know. You got inside information? I don't know.
You got the
It'd be
inside
pretty-
scoop, nigga?
Got
It's
Kevin
a pretty
Feige on
good.
the horn.
You know what? Let's keep a receipt.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I'll mark this.
It's 10 years later, and I'm fucking right. Like, we're sitting there at the event. He called this 10 years ago.
This motherfucker.
Imagine, bro. Holy shit. Yeah.
You know what we gotta do?
I'm gonna get a letter from Disney to like I'm gonna open up my computer.
A
There's gonna be
cease
an
and
email.
desist. Yeah.
Yo, you guys got to get up early one day, have like a pot of coffee, and just make all these like ridiculous claims and record it. So that way,
Yeah.
if it happens,
I'm about to pull a receipt on Afghanistan, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I know you don't want to talk politics, but it
Oh.
looks like we are going to continue to be at war there. So I thought I was wrong in 4 days ago.
it just got rebranded. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm pretty angry.
I knew it was gonna happen.
and-
We called it.
Yeah. I'm pretty angry at the fact that like a lot of people died, and it's just definitely some shady shit that might have happened.
The CIA was there, and then
Yeah.
after the CIA left, all this happened. CIA showed up. ISIS came back. There's suicide bombings. We don't know how many bombs went off. You look at the pictures where the bombs go off. The fences didn't even fall down. It's just carnage. It's weird.
Before we go off on our rant here, how familiar are you guys with this whole situation, breaking news cycle?
From a distance.
Yeah.
From a distance.
Brand new.
I was gonna say Justin doesn't
I
even know
love
where
Justin,
Afghanistan
bro.
is on a
Yeah.
map.
Dude, motherfucker.
Yeah, I love Justin. Justin's always so unplugged. You're like in bliss, dude. It just,
Damn right.
Yeah.
To be,
It's not a bad way to be.
Why do I need to listen to all the nonsense for? I just need to be in my life right now.
to
Just
be
in my zone.
honest,
Yo, I'm a little
I'm
jealous. He got
envious of you. Envious.
his Buddha like togetherness. I've missed that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm always comfortable, yo. There's no need to always be fancy and shit.
I mean,
yo.
like you always look like you're squatted down.
Yo,
you have your
I'm
arms
short,
crossed, your
goddammit.
palms out, you know?
Yeah.
I used to have that Buddha body. I missed it.
No, you look good. You look good. Let's go down the conspiracy hole though. I think you'll be good with this. They did meet right with
Yes.
the head of the CIA on like Monday. Went to Afghanistan and met with the head of the Taliban. They got reported like early in the morning, and then later in the day they denied it. Like, no, that never happened. The Taliban later in the day denied it. It never happened. And then like 2 days later, there's a bombing and multiple
No,
people are killed.
Before that, there was evidence of hard drives left behind
This
that
I know
had
about.
that had names and like addresses of Americans. So it was almost like a big kill list.
Well, no, there wasn't hard drives, bro. They gave the Taliban that list, but this is gonna go down a rabbit hole here. I can already tell. They gave the Taliban that list of like these are people that we want to get out of Afghanistan, Americans. Like let them through the checkpoints or whatever.
Basically
go
gave the
home.
Taliban a list of names and addresses of all the Americans that are trying to leave right now.
You mean like they did at the Capitol?
What did they do?
Giving
Well-
late night tours before allowing people
Oh boy,
through.
here we go.
Yeah, the FBI, of
Who,
course.
the FBI? Yeah.
I agree with that.
I just saw that meme somewhere and it got stuck.
Well,
It
late night
fucked me up.
tours. Yeah, that's weird because that's one of the Blue Anon conspiracies is that the Republicans like helped set up the Capitol riot and they gave people tours. But I mean, like people fucking go on tours.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's
Like
always been tours.
you don't, like
We
if-
took a tour of it.
like even if let's say me and Cap were like planning on rioting at the Capitol and we went on a tour the weekend before.
Yeah.
And there was like a congressperson there. Does that mean that we were in cahoots with them or they in cahoots with us? No, they worked there.
I think they led the tour though.
Yeah, but they might do that sometimes if it's like a group of like politically active people. Doesn't mean they were like on like the planning.
It's
Which first
good
of all,
for headlines.
the FBI just said that there was no.
Yeah, there's not enough evidence
just-
for an insurrection.
Just for like like a objective narrative.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same story.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like I bring it up just because it's
You mean for after?
it's like the same
thing?
framework, just like different boxes.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, different situation, but yeah.
I agree. The
It's-
FBI caused one, the CIA caused
Yeah,
this
that's
one.
true. Different agency. Different agency. Yeah, I just find the whole thing suspicious in Afghanistan because we're like the one time I think Biden did a good thing and the war and trying to give him credit, he didn't do a great like
Job.
tactically job of it, but he still ended it. The CIA guy goes and meets with the Taliban, and then a few days later, a bunch of bombs go off, kill soldiers. Rest in peace to those guys, right? They're, again, more casualties on a bullshit war that we shouldn't have even been in. And now, if Biden's speech yesterday, he's saying, we're going to do whatever it takes to get back revenge at these people, no matter what it takes, as much time as it needs to take. It sounds like the war's not over now, right? Like, we might remove our guys from the ground, but it
We're gonna
sounds
just
like...
start rocketing them.
But it sounds like the Air Force is going to be striking
Yeah,
random
dropping-
targets in Afghanistan? Is the war really
Drones.
over now?
Drones,
No.
yeah.
So now bring it back to my conspiracy theory angle of this. This is the head of the CIA meets with the Taliban. Maybe they have an under the table agreement. You know, look,
Nice little reach around.
something's going to happen that'll justify us staying at war.
When this video
And we
gets
won't-
taken down, we'll know we're right.
Well, no, this is not COVID, so we're allowed to talk about this.
Listen,
Except you said that. Then now we're fucked. We're gonna be flagged.
No, yeah,
I'm
maybe.
going completely
We've
under
said
the
worse
radar.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
don't know.
underground.
It's just
Dude, you know what?
innocent people,
The
civilians.
next
died,
time
it
we
just
meet,
sucks.
we'll probably be talking about the next bomb that went off there. So I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about politics.
Sorry. Yeah, I had told Captain to go on Snapchat. Remember?
Yes.
I texted Captain. I
Well,
was like,
yeah,
"Yo,
but it was
go
pretty
on
interesting.
Snapchat." Yeah, I was like, "Go on Snapchat and go to Kabul and like click. You know how like Snapchat has like that
The
heat
hotspots?
Yeah.
thing." And I was like, "Go to Kabul and go to the airport and then click on it and see if you could see any evidence of the bombing actually happening."
No, there was nothing. There was people in traffic, people living like one dude was eating ice cream, and this was like right on like the airplane fucking like hotspot. It wasn't a hotspot; it was blue. Nothing was really hot over there. Like there wasn't a lot of activity.
Maybe not that many people use Snapchat,
But you could go to like Saudi Arabia and stuff. There's hotspots all over the place.
Saudi Arabia is way different than
Yeah.
Afghanistan.
But it was literally people sitting in traffic, living normal life. Who's home? Who's out on their balcony? But the one thing though, I didn't. Everything's in, their language, so
Arabic,
I can't read any of the captions.
right.
So I have no idea what they were like.
Yeah.
So the people stuck in traffic could be stuck in traffic because a bomb went off.
Right.
But I don't know.
Log on using a web browser, so that way you can do web searches as you go.
I knew you were gonna have some like hobby hack.
I was gonna say just screenshot it and just translate it later.
Or just let your Chrome browser basically do everything and take a picture of you as you do it.
True.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Just
it's
upgraded the
interesting,
research.
Snapchat you can almost kind of do like some little journalism just by like
Yeah.
clicking on Snapchat like locations, which is cool, right? Because now like me and you have a way to like see what's going on in a certain place, and at the same time, it's kind of like a weird invasion of privacy. Like
I
if
always wonder if I
if
show up on there like.
Yeah, they probably do. Like if you're in,
You be showing dick
say-
pics and shit still?
Maybe.
Hell
right?
yeah, bro! By the
Shit.
dozen.
If you click on Yonkers, guy's fucking his hog just shows up on the
But
map.
you do have the option to make it private, so leaving it public is also a choice.
And it won't show up on that heat map thing. I don't even have
believe not.
Snapchat.
I mean,
so-
unless they do
But
like
you
an
got to
update.
think
and you
too,
have to
like
check your
out of how
settings
many
again.
thousands of people, me hiking in the woods or whatever is gonna pop up.
I think it will though. Like it goes like next person.
Yeah,
next
it's like
person, next
it
person.
just goes into a big ass cloud system, and it's like, oh, is it?
Right.
People want to see this? Okay, we're gonna put it up.
But it's also pretty fun. Like you go to if we go to Vegas right now or like Dubai or something,
Nashville.
or Nashville, people are going ballistic and Snapchat's just like a big party all night long.
Yeah. That's a good point. I was gonna say I'm trying to think now. I'm like, can I bring this up on the screen somehow and we could just like do this live? But I don't think so. I have to do it. on
But
the computer.
Snapchat was so perfect during COVID because the people who didn't give a shit and went out and party, you could just watch them.
That's true. Yeah. It's so socially distant.
We were out there.
Yeah. We were there.
Yes, we were.
My bed was very comfortable at that time. I was like in AC. No walking around for
We
good.
all pushed it at the beginning of COVID. Like we all pushed it to like we were still going to Brian's house and shit like that. And then
Oh,
like
we were
had,
pretty good.
And then
at
we
the
had
very
like a
beginning.
few. The Zoom meetings got out of control.
The
The,
Zoom meetings,
original
yeah.
Zoom
Those were good.
meetings
Those were good.
got way out of control.
Those
Yeah.
were insane.
Yeah, we did
Yes.
Zoom meetings at the we were good boys at the beginning of COVID. We didn't before
Yeah.
the whole thing got politicized, and we were like, all right. It was
Let's
during
just-
the,
yeah.
you know what it was? It was during the 15 days to stop the spread.
Yes.
While we believed what the government had to say, but you know, now it's been
The fool me
now it's-
one stage.
Yeah, now we're we're going to be going on 3 years now soon. Yeah, the fool me one stage. I like that. We were doing those Zoom meetings, and one thing I learned from doing a group Zoom meeting of Fucked Up Friday of people drinking, you get way more fucked up.
Yeah.
And you drink way more when you don't have to share your drinks with
Yeah.
anyone. So it's like everyone's hanging out, but you're not physically present. So like I drink everything I have, you drink everything you have. Tonight we have a whole bunch of shit. We're gonna share it, so we're not like if we were doing a Fucked Up Friday virtually or not, I'd probably drink the whole fridge by myself. But tonight we're gonna break that up.
I would have had at least 12 to 24 beers.
Yeah. Well,
Or-
that
or
was
a
the problem
bottle.
though, like because we didn't know if you were going to be able to go at that time. Like you didn't know if you could go back out. So like when you went to the liquor store, when you went to pick up beer, you didn't get like a 6-pack that you normally would. You're buying a 30 rack because shit, like next week I might not be able to leave at all.
Yeah, you have a 30 rack and one of those huge things of toilet paper.
And guess what? The next week you kill that 30 rack on Fucked Up Friday,
Yes.
and you have to go out one more time.
Yeah, you got to go
hopefully.
out on Sunday and risk it all over again.
I think we just figured out why the pandemic kept going because
Yeah,
people
because the
kept,
liquor store
people
was
had it.
open.
You're right. The liquor stores were epicenters.
Yeah.
Yo,
It
I
was-
gotta put you guys onto these fucking beer delivery services. Oh my god.
shout them out.
How do they work?
Like Tavor is one. You have like a whole menu of everything that's coming out. You order basically like cases.
But wait,
So you
where-
can order like 60.
But wait, I from what I understand is you can't ship beer across state lines.
We'll get New York beers distributed in New
You
York.
have papers? You have papers? Is this it?
So you could do per state.
Tavor, yeah.
This doesn't look like it.
That it's the name.
No,
but
this
I-
is domain something. You keep talking. Sorry. I'll Google in the background. Table.
I'm gonna try not to be tech support right now.
So you could do every state.
Look, I googled Tabor. Look what comes up.
Fucking rifle.
Yeah.
I definitely got the name wrong. Man.
All right,
Fuck
so
it.
the FBI are on their way.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Now,
Okay,
if
so-
we didn't dig a big enough grave, you just screwed us.
Whatever.
I might save us with branding. Yo, Uber Eats, you can order it from liquor stores now.
Can you really?
That's you know what though? That's
Uber's
no.
too expensive.
I was just
I
gonna
don't need
say,
that.
Yeah,
boy,
that's
liquor's
probably gonna be
already
bad.
expensive, thanks Joe Biden, and now even on top of that, you want to add like
Yep.
tax $7, delivery fee probably like $12. You're gonna
Dude, I was-
pay more
I was talking-
for the Uber than for the booze.
I was
It's like
talking to
paying-
my
paying for
barber.
a bottle in the club.
Dude, I was talking to my barber, and he's like, I was like, "How you been, man?" And he's like, "I'm good." He's like, "But like, dude, like I just keep working and spending money," and because he keeps doing like DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Bro, just go through the fucking drive-through. Like, you're gonna get the same thing. Like, why are you paying? For the amount you pay for the delivery charges? The four of us might as well just go out and like I'll pay for everything. Like,
You know what that's good for? That's good for something like this. Like,
Yeah.
we're busy right now.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
recording. We want food. We get an Uber Eats, and then it's going to be the same delivery charge, and then we split the delivery
Yeah.
charge. If, like,
Yeah.
you're one person, then you got to pay
Yes.
the one delivery
Oh,
charge.
nah, fuck
That's
that. And
crazy.
think of it.
Yeah.
You order from your local diner, and like the hamburger is what? If it's $15, that's an expensive hamburger. So you know what I mean? Like $10, $11, $12, even with Joe Biden in office. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
So you have to be aggressive to get a word in edgewise with this guy tonight. He's very talkative. I saw you before, but go ahead.
no, what do you want?
Nigga, I'm high as shit right now, nigga.
I knew it.
My
I keep trying to like
attention
chime in.
span is like
Yep.
this big, yo. All right.
But dude, like so your burger's like what, $12? It's like $25 delivery charge. Like
Yeah.
we could all get burgers if we just showed up there. Fuck it.
Damn you, Ubers. But you're right. Sometimes the service and the taxes end up costing more than the food. It's like
It
what's
does.
the
Yo,
point?
OD.
Dude,
Yeah.
I forgot where.
It's a good racket, and I bet you the driver gets like none of that.
No,
Like,
no.
if
They
it's
have
say-
that miscellaneous
gas
fees and
card.
charges that just like takes $20 and disappears.
They get a gas.
Bro, Uber is so crazy now because me and my girl ordered Uber at like freaking probably 1 o'clock in the morning. You can Uber Eats by foot.
Yo, but now they got all those rental
What?
scooters.
Whoa,
Everything.
Yeah.
whoa. What? What do you mean?
So you
Uber
just find the
Eats?
closest
Listen.
crackhead in the hood, and he gets paid $20 to run a sandwich down the street to you.
Uber Eats said your
Sounds like a drug deal.
yo Uber Eats deadass said this is your delivery person. They're on foot.
What does it do? Send you a picture of them? How do you know who's who?
They send pictures.
They send a picture. It's in a picture of their face, and they say they're on foot.
Oh
And
man,
it's
I
like-
would love to do a segment on these face pictures.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, it
I
is expensive
understand.
and shit, but like no joke. I had such a long ass day. It was late. I ordered Mexican from like around the corner.
Oh man,
What
just
is
go get
wrong
it.
with you? Walk.
Yo, but I felt fancy.
Just go get it.
You classy. That's what you are. You bougie.
Well, I also gotta walk.
Dude, you
in
want to
the
know
morning.
something
Also,
crazy about Uber? Hold on.
Is this what it's like? Like, you know, you have one of these guys
Yeah,
with a huge
essentially.
backpack.
Walking though. They're walking.
They don't get to ride a skateboard, nothing. You gotta walk.
It says they are on foot.
Well, maybe now this will be a good topic for this podcast. Maybe now that they have those electric scooters in the
Nah.
Bronx, they could
They gotta
could
lower the
team up.
price.
They could.
If you're not on foot, I'm not paying as much. Fuck that.
Wait, so you want people to walk?
Do you
your
understand
food.
though that some of those? So when we were in Tennessee, I didn't have Lyft or whatever that you guys had because those scooters were faster. I had the Uber scooter, and it was slower. So could you?
Bird? I think it was called Bird. Right?
Yeah, we had Bird. We had Bird.
So think of it though, like these are Uber people on feet, right? On their walking, you know.
They have feet. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They're not the footless
Think of it,
variety
though.
of human.
Hold on, think of this though. They're walking, but they would have to pay Uber to use the scooter to deliver your food for Uber.
Yeah. So basically, at the end of the day, Uber's making
Yes.
all the money and
Yes.
scamming everyone out of,
You wanna-
of everything.
They're marking it up on both transactions
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Dude, I was listening to this guy talk, and he, he's very good with like the economy. He's a billionaire, whatever.
Who's this?
I can't remember his name. The
A
doc
pod-
listens to him all the
podcast?
time. No, he's this short little billionaire that just screams at people all day long.
All right. Doesn't sound very fun.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like motivational speaker stuff. But Uber.
They don't like motivational speakers.
I don't.
I just texted you one this
I
morning.
know.
I hate this stuff.
I don't, but he pops up on Instagram all the time, and he like rips into people. It's pretty good.
So he's a shit talker. He's not
Yes.
a motivational speaker. He tears people down. He doesn't motivate them.
So
It'd be nice to know that there is
he-
like a easy retirement job, like after podcasting.
he recognized that Uber, I'm pretty sure it was him, that Uber is a taxi service that owns no cars. They're a multi-billion-dollar organization with zero overhead. They're just a name that collects money on people's hard work.
Yes, but
Listen, but think of it. New York Taxi almost went out of business because of the fact that they were paying to own all those cabs.
that's a free market, baby. A
And
better
I
service
don't
comes up.
disagree. I don't. My
You
point.
know what?
My
Okay,
point
wait,
is
wait.
we need
Yes.
to start a company where we own nothing and make everything.
You said New York Taxi, like the New York City. The New York
That's
City.
what Uber does.
Wait,
Yeah,
let me.
you're 100% right.
Bro, let
though.
me give you the libertarian aspect of so why New York. You're talking about like New
I'm
York
not
City
in disagreement
taxi.
with
I know.
what you're saying.
New York City Taxi almost went out of business because of Uber. New York City almost went out of business not because of Uber, but because of New York City and
Oh,
the
well,
fact
yeah.
that the surcharge, the fact that like to have one of those medallions, was it cost $100,000
No.
or something like that?
$1 million
Yeah,
plus.
Right.
Let me get.
That is
an
why
Allagash.
New York
It's
City
a yellow beer.
Taxi almost went out of business. Because why the
Thank you.
fuck would I do that when I could just use my own car for Uber
Yeah.
and make probably similar money?
Yeah.
It's
No,
because
it was.
of like too much government, getting into the marketplace, affecting the marketplace.
It
as
was
well.
the right idea at the right time. I don't disagree at all.
Mm-hmm.
We need to come up with an idea. Yeah, that one. Thank you.
You want to come up with an idea, bro? All the ideas have been came up with.
No,
bro.
we gotta
This
come-
this is our idea right here.
We got to
Two
come
good
up
men.
with an idea where we start something and there is no overhead. We get people to donate what we need them to do.
All right. Well, if we're gonna come up with that, let's
So a
not
not
talk
for profit.
let's not talk about it on here though. A not for profit, but what for profit?
We be the ones that it's for.
That's a good idea. That's never been tried before.
So the Clinton Foundation?
yeah, right. The Clinton Foundation. Yeah.
But what was interesting though, like the taxi services kind of fucked up, but then they started making their own fucking apps,
Yeah.
and that
Well, you got to
that
evolve.
app-based that easy convenience transaction
Yeah.
that was
My
But
my
you
other
also-
point was going to be, like you didn't invent the app. You didn't invent the technology, the infrastructure behind it, the verifying the drivers to make sure they're not fucking psychopaths.
Well,
I think,
Uber had to deal with
I
that
remember-
growing pain.
Yeah, that's true. But like I remember our friend Patrice did Uber, and she had to like go to a place and like
It was
they had
bad
to,
in
like,
New
check
York,
her
yeah.
car to make sure. Well, that's also more government regulation. But like in New York City, she had to like go to a place where they like inspect your car and like interview you or some shit. Like for Uber,
Yo,
but that's not
there's-
because of Uber. That's because of New York City. Like of course, over regulating the shit out of everything, making it more difficult.
But
yeah, they have to constantly get inspections.
Yeah.
That shit ain't cheap, and
Yeah.
you ain't working when it's
Yeah.
happening.
Shout out to Patrice, Miss France.
You know,
I bought her book.
Did you? Nice. She wrote a book. I didn't know that.
She wrote a fucking workbook. Yeah.
Okay.
But then,
Doesn't surprise me.
yeah.
you know what made Uber also so successful in New York?
Lazy
And
people?
No, the cab driver's New York fucking attitude. We're all old enough to remember a time before Uber.
They had a flag down a cab?
Yes, when you had a flag down a cab.
Let me just say this.
Prestige, please
Uber
hold.
is the one stranger I'll accept candy from.
Dude, think of it though. Like
you're
we've been in the city together, standing on the street, SantaCon, freezing our ass off. Me and you too, bro. Like we couldn't get a cab for our. It's snowing. We're freezing. I'm dying right now. Just stop for me.
Blackout drunk.
Yeah, 6 cabs drive by. Uber, game changer. I'm going to be at this corner in 5 minutes. Cool, I'll meet you there. And they were there. Yeah. Of course, New York Taxi was going to lose to this. 5 of you just drove past me. This guy guaranteed me this corner in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You whore.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I'm going to gold pill you guys by the end of this podcast, but the free market alternative is always better than the government-run or interfered with marketplace. So, like, New York City, taxis suck, because of like just the way the government fucking regulates the shit out of it. Uber's way better because free market came up with this. It was a better idea.
and it would have been a great opportunity for cab companies if they had that app right away.
Yeah,
because
like
since their fleets of cars are basically taken care of, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have to deal with any of the shit that Uber had to go through. In
Well,
the beginning.
you know what?
They would have been in a great spot.
You're 100% right, but you know what the problem is? The city was like, nah, Uber's gonna fail. There's no way New York City taxi is gonna lose to Uber.
Well, they also like put impediments in the way to try and damage Uber's. You have to have.
The corruption.
You have to have a TLC license, I believe, in New York City in order to drive Uber in New York City.
Yes.
That's just an impediment to people being able to drive. So that's like protecting New York City taxi service from Uber in a way.
The way I see it though now is Uber at the beginning, live long enough to be die the hero or live long enough to be the villain. There's no way they're not corrupt now. There's no way there's no little government overreach into Uber now.
Yo, they have like an evil corporate logo too. It's just black and
Yes.
Was there a big problem with them and like sexual harassment or something a few years ago?
Well, that's what I
yeah.
just said earlier.
Yes.
Before the vetting of the drivers and stuff, they had to deal with a very strange growing pain where people were getting kidnapped by Uber drivers. Now, like, I've taken late night Ubers where, and like, you get like a new list of like alarms of like track, nearest police station, like send signal and stuff. Like,
What?
they have,
It has PIN codes sometimes when you get in the car with someone, like just to make sure you're their passenger. Like someone at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, because it goes both ways too. So like, I could get in the back of the car with a gun and be like, now we're going to
Right. You know, what did Uber? Did Uber change the rules, or they made their vetting system more strict for drivers? Like
well,
on
they
their
took
own,
a couple
right?
of hits.
Literally.
How
yeah.
can you filter out like
Crazy people.
Yeah.
like
the rating system,
abusers? Yeah,
with the
yeah,
rating
shit like that.
system, with the law of supply and demand. Like the more that happens, people won't use Uber.
So
anymore.
someone gets basically taken for a cab ride, thinking they're getting kidnapped, and then what are you gonna do? Just
Yo.
1 star? No other recourse?
yeah,
All right.
afterwards, you're gonna leave that person 1 star. You're gonna report them, or you're gonna call police on them. They're gonna
got-
arrested.
Don't trust anyone less than like a 4.8, some shit like that.
I got a fucking good question since we're talking about Uber. You ever Uber somebody and they were drunk and then they ended up lowering your fucking Uber score?
No. Because I don't have an Uber.
I've done it to myself.
You mean your own?
I remember that story, and that is a great fucking
I would like to
story.
hear that
The
story.
tequila was delicious, but the mac and cheese did not agree. That's all I got.
Wait, so you can give yourself a rating?
No,
No,
Uber
no.
drivers give
You
a
a
rating
rating.
of your profile based on your behavior.
Okay.
So I'm usually pretty good because I don't like to talk to them. I don't like to talk to anyone, and I could just sit in the back, and it's a quiet ride home, and I get home to where I got to go. So I'm not acting up, so they always give me a good rating.
Remember
I-
the time you made him turn into Uber Eats?
Yes. Yes. But we paid him. We paid him for the
Yes,
food.
yes.
Like,
So
so
did you get he whammed you with even more surcharge? After
no,
that?
I think we bought food for him and gave him like a tip, but like
So
we were on the
he did technically.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were on the way home, and I was like, "There's a Wendy's coming up," and the dude was like, "Say no more, bro." And I was like, "We got you." He's like, "Even better," and he drove us through a drive-through. Yeah, but where was I going now?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to write down where you're going with every story so
Yeah.
I can help you finish them.
You took me right off track with
Sorry.
the Wendy's one. Oh, God
I had
damn it.
I had a ridiculous Uber
Oh wait.
experience one time.
So I'm sorry. So based on how nice you are to the Uber drivers, they give you a rating. And if you have a low shitty rating, no one will come pick you up. If you have a high rating, people will want to come pick you up.
Yeah.
So I ordered an Uber one night for someone's birthday, and she was very drunk. and acted up in the car, and my fucking Uber rating dropped.
Oh,
Yo,
that
it's
teacher,
almost
don't
like
do
a-
that again.
Bullshit.
It's like a
All that for the
relationship
piece of
credit
ass.
score.
Yeah.
Kind of, yes, that's a good way to
It's
put it.
crazy.
It's a social
Oh
credit
no,
score.
I didn't even think of that. It is kind of like a social credit score.
Yeah.
Although that's okay.
That's needed though,
That's
because
also,
we're just talking
yes,
about how crazy
right.
people were kidnapping each
Yeah,
other.
that like is a way of like the market figuring out how
Yeah.
to like make something better. Yeah, and that's also like
You gotta
a private
weasel out the
company.
rejects.
That's also like a private company like decided to do that.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
people
yeah.
were getting held up at gunpoint. In
What's
cars.
crazy is all these stories are also all associated with like Toyota Camrys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they have to
that's
put
true.
like a warning advisory on Toyota Camry owners. Like,
you
hey,
gotta
by the
think
way,
of, like,
people are using these cars to
How
abduct
did
people.
How did Toyota like get so lucky to be like
'Cause her-
everybody owns our cars?
No, because Toyota right away was like, you know what? Let me offer a deal with Uber, and was
Yeah.
just like, we're gonna fucking sell
Is
our
it?
cars.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
deal with Uber that if you
Wow, I
that
didn't know
if you're an Uber driver and you're looking for a car, they'll
Yeah.
give you like I think 15,000.
That's a great deal.
Why
Yeah,
not
why
buy?
wouldn't you do it?
Why not buy Toyota?
That's really smart too.
But
in
and
terms
also
of,
think of it though. So like that's a deal on that. I'm sure other companies give Ubers deals. You spend a little bit more and get like a Lincoln or something or a
yeah,
BMW.
like a black, right?
You know, you get the
Uber,
luxury one.
yeah, or you buy a truck and you
Yeah,
you
like a
don't-
Tahoe, like the one that you were talking about that you
But
like.
you also got to worry about gas
But-
and maintenance.
But when you're doing the Uber XL or the Uber Luxury, the price is already higher.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, true.
So it's all accounted for.
But I believe like because I'm Uber Black Diamond, by the way.
Oh, balling!
What is hold on? What
VIP
is
status
what
over
does
there.
Uber Black Diamond mean?
I don't know.
This is the first I've ever heard of this.
Like someone paid for their college degree because of me. Like that's
Hobby's a high roller, bro.
It don't mean
Yo,
shit.
have you ever gotten the same Uber driver repeatedly?
yes.
Oh no,
Like we're almost neighbors and shit.
no.
What does he come like a Hydrojet or something? You get the same guy all the time.
It's usually either a Honda Civic or a Toyota
He must
Camry.
maybe he waits for you, yo, because
Yeah.
you're like a
He knows
Yeah,
it's
like
a
a
guaranteed
five-star-
money.
because there's people
Hey,
waiting
Hobby
to,
has a
before they have
private
to move their
driver.
car. Yeah.
You have a private driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's how many Ubers
This
you were
nigga.
classy.
you go. Yeah.
You're a classy hoe.
You made it. You
And
made it.
then you look at your statements
Nigga,
and
we
you're
made
like, MTA.
You know those sophisticated people at Barack Obama's birthday?
yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get an invite.
He should have. He's vaccinated and sophisticated. There you go. Just like everybody else at the party.
Yeah, but then I have to talk to other people. It's like no.
Yeah, well, that's always a problem.
I have a funny Uber story. One time I don't know what we were doing. We went out and I took an Uber back home, and I got out of the Uber and I realized my phone was still in the Uber. Like I got
Nobody's
out,
ever done that
I got
before.
out, closed the door, checked my pockets, realized my phone is in the Uber. Turn around, open the door, grab my phone. Good night. I go inside. I get my bill for Uber. The driver charged me like $100 for phone retrieval fee.
Technically,
like,
that shit happened. The trip
What?
ended.
And I'm like, what? What the fuck? I'm like, he didn't bring me my phone back. I closed the door, turned around, opened the door up, and got the phone back. Like, that's not a phone retrieval. That's like a split second. I turned around, opened the door
Yeah.
again. I was fucked up too. I immediately like started emailing Uber, called them or whatever, and eventually they waived the whole thing. I didn't have to pay for the whole fee. The whole trip.
They're pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude, you
Yeah.
remember?
I literally explained the whole thing. I wrote it out in the email. Like, this is what happened. It's bullshit. The guy's trying to like rip me off, and they didn't charge me for anything.
Dude, the opposite side of that. Do you guys remember when we went to Sign of the Whale for Halloween?
I think
You
I
were
was
there.
there.
Yeah, you were DJ Khaled.
Yes,
yeah.
I was.
And so
You're the best, man. You're the best.
No, we the best.
we ordered a couple of Ubers because there was a bunch of us that were going out that night, and this guy in a Jeep showed up, and people were still like they were just going to the bathroom, getting their jackets on. The Uber driver saw that I was like outside the house. Now like 5 people are walking across the little parking lot. We were like 10 feet from his car. He drove off and canceled the trip and charged us like $15-$20.
Yeah.
And I was like, I complained. I was like, we were right there. We were at the other side of the parking lot, and they're like, oh, the Uber driver didn't see you. The time allotted ran out, and he canceled the trip and left you. I couldn't. They forced me to pay.
Wow.
You know what happened to me last night?
We were in the parking lot. I know he saw us.
I say last night, but really it was this morning around 3:30. I waited 5 minutes for an Uber, and I was like on a triangular street. So
Where
it's
the
like
fuck were you going?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
were you working nights?
I want to know
It's
the
crazy.
story now.
Where the fuck you going at 3:30 in the
what's her
morning?
name?
Yes, come on.
a
Deets.
bartender whose company I enjoyed at a very specific bar. It's a dude, Joe.
You're with. All right.
Listen,
We don't judge.
He's leaving
I
New
don't
York.
judge.
I'm libertarian now. I don't judge.
Shit.
He's leaving New York, so it was like a nice night at the bar. There were a couple bottles there that were like 14% mead and shit. Tasted like
Mead, like medieval beer.
made from honey. This shit is phenomenal. It's very popular right now.
Mead
But
is
like,
great.
Meat is good.
We should go to the Renaissance Fair.
We did already.
Finish story.
Nice.
but it turned from like just a very like busy night. Everyone there like has known everyone since like the bar opened, and like people throughout their stages of joining like,
Alcoholism.
the craft culture life.
Oh, that's that place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
still
then-
gotta go there. It sounds awesome.
It turned into like basically like a dope ass house party.
Like
Like
yeah,
Green
like
Day
nightly,
was on the
yeah.
speakers. There was wrestling on the TV, like some old shit from like 20 years ago. And I'm playing chess for like 2 hours. It goes from midnight
You
to
old ass
2:30
man.
a.m. And like, this is just our second game.
That's in Queens, right?
Yeah, it's
and you don't even work there anymore, right? So you go.
Nope, but I go to the
you
bar.
You are a loyal
And
customer of that place. He still
Dude,
goes out there.
when-
And Queens is
He's
for,
this
for
guy
people
from
who have
Cheers.
never been
Yes,
to Queens before.
he's
Queens,
Norm.
Norm.
Queens is difficult to get to.
Yes.
Yo, Queens is Queens.
It's a pain.
Anything outside the
time of the day,
Bronx
yeah.
is difficult to get to.
Yo,
Yeah.
Queen
Because you have to take
Streets.
37 fucking trains just to get to them. shits.
Dude, the last time I went to Brooklyn, me and Jerry went to SummerSlam when it was at the Barclays Center. Dude, the train ride was an hour and a half long.
Bro,
At that night, I couldn't tell you because it was the last time I was in Brooklyn.
Bro,
Brooklyn is so far away. You might as well need a passport to get there.
You do now.
this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
A
you
vaccine
do.
one.
I take the train to Brooklyn.
Nah.
It's an hour
No,
It's not so bad. The subway,
and 30
right?
minutes.
that's
That's
that
actually
is
pretty bad, yeah, that's
that's
pretty
how long it took me and
That's-
Jerry to get to the Barclays Center.
From 125th to the last stop on the 5.
Nah.
Yeah,
No.
it's easy because all you have to do is just sit on the one train and it goes there.
But-
But it's a long time.
Listen, I be on that train. I be,
It's pretty crazy how far that five
Yes.
subway
yo,
line
that shit.
goes.
It goes from the
That
Bronx
goes-
to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Somebody dug
Eastern,
that
Eastern Highway or something.
Yeah,
like that,
yo,
Brooklyn.
that
that's so
shit-
far from
No, Flatbush. It goes to
Flatbush. Yeah,
It was a
from
Flatbush-
Wakefield to basically.
Yes, it's
it goes
huge.
from basically like Yonkers till all the way out. in
Yo,
Brooklyn.
that
That's
shit
so
is fucking far,
Yeah.
yo. That shit is a.
I think the
And some of those tunnels are abandoned, and there's
Yeah.
tunnels underneath those
Yeah.
tunnels.
I've
All the
read that
homeless
the
people.
New York
Yeah.
City subway line has enough track that you could lay it out from coast to coast. Like
Easily.
if you laid it out in one strip, like
I believe
all the
it.
track, it could
You
reach
might make it
to
back.
Pacific. I don't know about that, but it definitely reached the whole way. That's pretty crazy.
And we have the most dirtiest
And
subway
think
system.
of it.
It's-
It's really the rat subway.
It
system.
started
Just
with
use it.
people with shovels.
Yeah, the gangs in New York, bro.
Yeah.
When they were digging the subway in the first opening scene.
I'm just mad you said the rats. Like even the rats got Uber Eats. I mean, we had Pizza Rat for like how many months?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just trying
Didn't
to feed
Pizza
his
Rat come
family.
back?
He came back.
From
Yo,
the dead.
I guess
hold
he
on,
liked the
hold
place.
The milk crate challenge.
Yo, I just
Allagash?
see
Allagash.
after pictures. I don't want to. This I didn't look into this. I
Dude,
waited
the
specifically.
milk crate challenge.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Bro.
is fucking hilarious.
There's a
Dude,
petition.
the worst one though is the guy who kicked the milk crates out from underneath.
Did somebody
And-
die?
What is the?
Probably.
What is this challenge? You gotta tell me about this.
So you.
It's basically that.
You take.
Hold on, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna
so you
watch it.
take the milk crates and you stack them up on top of each other. You go 1, then 2, then 3. You keep on going. But the funny thing is that if you own those things, you can get a ticket for that.
Really?
Yeah, because that belongs to the milk company. You don't buy those in stores.
Oh boy.
The state.
Milk
bro.
crate challenge.
Well, I'm not
wait,
telling
wait,
a story that I have
Who's
now.
gonna give you a ticket? Give me a beer first, please. Please. And then we'll watch the milk crate challenge. Who's gonna give you a ticket?
That's like the mail bins
yeah.
that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to have.
What do you mean the mail bins? Like like the
postage?
post office bins.
It says if you find it, there's a reward of like $5,000.
And who's gonna give you this ticket? The police?
What? I could start collecting those, bro.
I feel like every single
didn't know
mailroom
this?
has them.
No, I didn't know
No,
this.
because they're. I mean.
Oh man, you want to watch
Mail
Ozzy?
rooms can't
Ozzy-
have that.
Dude, let's do Ozzy Man.
Only the
Records.
post
Ozzy
office
Man
can.
Records is hysterical. There's a while Justin's getting me my beer before he watches. There's a petition right now on one of those petition websites to
Joe
get
Biden.
Joe Biden to do the milk crate challenge.
The yellow one.
No.
At the very bottom, Allagash are the yellow ones there.
grab that.
Yeah, a lot of work here. Imagine if Joe Biden did the milk crate challenge, bro. He'd literally just die. He couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs to the airport.
Dude, you know that picture of him with his head down? Dude's lost all his hair in 7 months.
Yeah, I don't think he even had any. He's
No,
a lizard. He's a lizard, people.
he had hair.
It wasn't really hair.
Yeah, all gone in 7 months.
All I gotta say is be careful because I feel like the last can is like a structural element at this point.
What do you mean? Oh, like the whole thing's gonna give out? Dude, I've had this fridge on for like since noon today, and these are not that
pretty
cold.
good.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so many drinks in there that I think it might be like overloaded with stuff, and it's like not allowing the cold to go down.
It's got
And the
Yeah.
funny shit is in the wintertime it's reversed because they fucking freeze.
Yeah, funny thing about the shack in the back is, in the wintertime, I leave my drinks in there. And, like, if we don't do a podcast for a while, I don't turn the heat on in here for a week at a time. And it gets so cold in here that everything in the fridge will explode
But
sometimes. And I'll come, then I'll come in here and get a beer or whatever, and there's just soda or beers actually freeze.
Yeah.
They don't blow
And then
up
they
for the
pop.
most part.
It takes a lot for a beer to explode.
Yeah, they don't really explode. Soda cans just explode when they freeze. So I've stopped putting any like soda cans in here. Yeah.
But it's funny because like people like think like they know you live in Connecticut, but like they don't know how far up we are that like it's a different winter.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold. in there.
This shit is a thing.
Yes.
It's a whole different world up here.
Yes.
It's like, yo.
It's funny because like I work in Connecticut and I don't have the same weather as you.
Yeah, I mean, without giving away my exact location, it's mountainous here, so like where there's an elevation factor. It's not that far away from New York City.
No,
It's
it's
like an
not at
hour,
all.
but we're just higher up.
Yeah, the higher
But it's
up you go,
insane
elevation
the
wise.
difference in. I have been chased out of here by snowstorms. When me and Demore came up here for
The Giants game.
the Giants Dallas game, when we were leaving, it was a full blown blizzard chasing us out of town.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it's been pretty extreme weather here. Like we get a little bit of the lake effect from the lake here too, which like I think contributes to like more severe weather, especially like fog and shit. Sometimes in the morning is like a lot of fog.
that fog up here is
so
crazy.
thick. A couple times, man, like driving home at nighttime and you can't see anything.
Bro,
like the fog.
I've
is
been
so
hit with
thick,
that a lot.
You can't see 2 feet in
Nah,
front
you
of your
can't
car.
because we experienced the turkey hunting.
Yes.
And
oh
people
my
were
God.
just popping up, and we were like, "Yo, I would have shot that person."
Yeah. So remember when you
The
had
first
to leave?
time. The first time.
So
yeah.
me and him had that tree, and we're just looking north and south, and you can't see anything, and then all of a sudden somebody just appears, like
out of the thick.
Literally, like probably maybe 20 yards out.
yeah.
That's why I got a rare orange.
I would nope out
No,
of
the
that
turkeys
situation
can see
immediately.
orange.
Yeah, that's what you can't wear.
I know, but you won't want to get shot. When I walk, I usually drop a thing of orange behind
Dude.
me or something.
Or
that,
you have
bag,
to-
that bag I have.
Like you have to hang it in the tree or something like that. So
Yeah.
like people
well, no,
can
no,
see
no. When
it.
you're sitting, it's different. But when you're like walking around, I have that bag that we put the decoys in.
Yeah.
And there's like a orange like strip in there. I could pull it out and drop it behind me.
Okay.
While you're walking. Like when you're walking around.
Yeah.
I got plenty of orange for deer season. Dude, I was so camouflaged this year for turkey season. When where did we go? What was remember the
tree
fields that
line?
we were in?
You went to the tree line or?
No, that was like the first day. Whatever. I ended up in
The Great
some,
Swamp area or
I
the
think so.
Cranberry Mountain area?
I don't remember. Dude, I was in some serious bushes, but there's a hiking trail right near me. Remember where we were, where that guy with the dog ruined
Oh
everything?
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
This one place we went hunting, every time it was like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
This guy would go walk his dog at like 6 a.m. in the morning during turkey hunting season.
Yeah.
And this is like, out in the middle of nowhere in the woods basically. And he kept doing it
And
over
it was
and
a
over.
big fucking dog.
And we had decoys out, and I remember seeing him often because he saw the decoys. So he like walks out into the clearing, and he like looks and sees a decoy. So he like throws his hands up in frustration
Yep.
and like stomps off backwards. It's like, dude, walk your fucking dog on the street
Somewhere else,
not
yeah.
not in the middle of the woods where people are like
You know
during
what?
turkey hunting.
You know
season.
why, right? Because he doesn't clean it up out there.
Yeah.
He
That's
leaves
true,
and keeps
yeah.
it going.
Dude, so I was so camouflaged. I'm laying down behind a bush. I have the sun directly on me. I fall asleep.
Always.
I
always.
slept this season. Too.
Yeah.
I slept last season.
One of
Bro.
my favorite things of hunting
It's
is falling
sick.
asleep.
What?
Dude,
You get the best nap in the world.
when you went up in the tree up by up in the Catskills and me and Sam went down the street
Yeah,
in
for the
that
little
big
blind
blind.
that we made.
She woke me up because I was snoring
Yeah.
too loud, bro.
This guy keeps the deer
You
away
are the
with his.
fucking worst. I
Yes.
would- bro,
Yeah.
we have to put a fucking actual like blind up there.
I have one now, so we can
No,
do
no,
that.
like a stand that we can actually chill in.
What do you mean, like a ground blind?
No, like you know how they have it a little elevated.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
Clubhouse?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
wants to
Yeah,
build a tree house.
he wants the blind with the bit like a 10-foot stand on it. I know. What you're
Oh,
talking
you want
about.
like a pill box, like
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Where you want to put on New York State property?
Yeah,
The SWAT-
that should work out real
yeah,
well.
The state troopers are gonna hunt us for doing that, or the
But
game,
dude,
the
so
game warden.
in this other spot, I fall asleep behind these bushes.
I know
This-
eventually you fell asleep behind because I fell asleep behind.
No, it
I was-
wasn't. It wasn't that spot. It was the same park, but a different spot.
Okay.
So this dude and his dog ran by, never saw me. I fall back asleep. You know what wakes me up? Fucking turkey. But it was I couldn't shoot. It was a female or anything. But when I tell you, like, if my head was here, like you were the turkey. It was like it walked out of the brush from behind me. I didn't think that's why I was sitting there because I had the brush behind me. I could see the whole
Yeah.
field, and I had the decoy on like the corner. This thing came through the brush and woke me up. I almost fucking blew this thing apart, but you wake up and you see this thing, you see this turkey. It's 5 feet away from
Yo,
me.
thank
This
God
is
it
what I'm
wasn't
out
the
here
dog.
for.
Yeah, right.
No, the dog scared the crap out
Because
of me.
he would have
'cause
blasted that nigga
No,
real
no.
fast.
if I didn't shoot the turkey, the dude and his dog was running, and when he turned the corner, he saw the decoy. It was the dude that we were talking about, and he got so furious that there's a decoy. He's like, "There's a hunter around. God damn it!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Turkey hunting is like annoying though. It's
It
fun,
is.
but it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deer is way easier. They're just dumb. They just walk out in the thing and you shoot them.
I can't wait for October.
Yeah.
Are you
right
gonna
there.
go this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I didn't
man.
go turkey. I'm going this year. I'm going for a deer.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're right around the corner, man.
Bro, I got my
over
tags
here-
in already.
Over here
I got
in
all my tags.
Connecticut, September 15th, which I like. Connecticut,
Yeah, I'm
like
glad.
extra 15
I'm
days
still
before
golfing
you
in September.
How do you? How much is it for the Connecticut license?
Well, I don't know if I'm out. I can look it up, but for out of state, probably big money. This is the liberal Northeast. They got to whammy you over the head for everything.
Because next year I might apply for Jersey.
Where are we gonna
Do you
go?
have property in Jersey that we could shoot on?
Bro, I'll go to state land and do that shit. There's a,
State land's not worth it, but neither is.
it's better than fucking New York.
Well, no,
State
there's just a lot of
land's-
rules in New York.
State land's
There's a lot of
annoying.
deer and
I've
shit in
tried.
New York.
We'll go with Bo and we don't have to register anything.
You
Well,
know,
yeah,
if-
we could do that. State,
You know, if we go to Colorado and we want to hunt elk with a bow, we could go to a gas station and they'll give us a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere outside really
Yeah.
New York, you
Yeah.
can buy a tag at a gas station.
Yo, I was watching.
That just seems like an excuse to have a weapon in the
No,
vehicle.
it's dude. An elk is so big to take it on with a bow is like such a feat that and Colorado has so many elk that they're just like, yeah,
Shoot your
good
shot.
luck. Yeah,
Listen,
good luck.
You have to hit that bitch perfect
yeah.
because if you
It's
don't,
an animal that can't fit in here. Sorry.
nah, you're 100% right. That motherfucker can't fit in here.
It's an animal that you have to quarter it there. Like you
Like,
can't.
yeah.
You can't like.
You
like
can't
a-
even bring if you were to hunt it alone. You can't bring all the meat back.
If
like-
you were hunted with 10 people, you can't bring it back.
Nah,
like a deer, you kill it, it drops. One, like I've picked up a deer and like been able to like move it into my car. An elk, 10 people can't even move that shit. It's like
That's why, like, when-
700-800 pounds.
when you go for the like 9.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're high out
Yeah,
there.
and they're like big, like you can't like.
That's
get
why
a
when you
hand on
when
them.
you go for those motherfuckers, you need a nice solid team. It's like, yo, I'm gonna put it down, cut it up, let's go, bag it up. Everybody start moving it. That's dinner.
Some of like the big bulls, their antlers could be like 4 or 5 feet long.
Listen,
They could kill you.
you have to think about it too. Like
They could
Yeah.
kill you
Oh, yeah.
easy, dude.
people hunt buffalo. Buffalo's a 1,000-pound animal,
Yeah.
easy.
Yo, does anybody watch that show Alone? It's a survival show where they're alone in the wilderness
Nah.
with 10. Dude, I think season 8 just ended, but season 7, I'm not going to give away the winner or anything, but there's this crazy episode where the challenge is for season 7 was to be alone in this harsh wilderness for 100 days straight. and you only could bring 10 items, and just
Isn't this the usual challenge that they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I've told you to watch that show alone.
motherfuckers all the
Yeah,
time.
we could, yeah.
not we couldn't make it 100 days,
Yeah,
not
we could.
alone.
I could.
Hell yeah.
Alone,
Yeah.
it's completely psychological.
What? That's
Dude,
easy.
regardless,
That's easy.
this guy had a bow, and he ended up killing a buffalo that was native to that state. He shot it. It was bleeding. It was bleeding. It was bleeding. It wasn't dying. He stabbed it to death with his hunting knife.
Savage life, bro. That's what
Yeah.
you gotta do.
I got to show you guys this episode. It is
What?
crazy.
Watch it when we're done with this.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That
eat
is
Chinese food and
bro,
watch it long.
That is a fucking massive animal to walk up to it and be like, "Die,
He hit it. He
motherfucker."
hit it. He hit it. He didn't get a clean shot on it, but where he hit it, it was bleeding a lot. So he must have hit like an organ, but not an
Yeah.
important organ.
Where is it that they do this?
Sometimes they do it in Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah.
I think I could do it. I don't know if I can do
No,
it in Alaska.
100 days.
100 days. You're
It
gonna.
depends on the
season.
season.
And then
It depends on
the-
the season of
Yeah.
Alaska.
The big one that they do is Vancouver Island. It's at the very where was it Washington, not Oregon, yeah, Washington and Canada meet, and then there's this island with this river that goes through it, and both sides of it is just
It
the
depends on the
harshest
season.
conditions.
It depends on the season.
No, you stay out. So day one happens, 10 people drop in, right, in different locations, miles upon miles from each other. You have 10 items. You find a spot to live. You find a spot to build your house. You survive. The game's over when the 10th person is by himself. You could call out whenever you want. Like on the first day, people drop like flies. So like they're like, oh, this is too big and scary. I got to leave. First night, a bear or a wolf comes by. You got to get me out of here. But once it's like the solid like 5 people, they're out there for like 80, 70 days. Bro, and then finally it comes down to like 2 people, and they've been out by themselves, surviving it with nothing for like 100+ days, and then you win like $500,000.
I will bring my bow, a life straw.
But aren't those like battery powered though? How does those work?
No,
No, it's filtered.
So when you suck, it filters it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could think though, like,
That's pretty key though.
yes, you could get that, but you could also just pot water and boil it, and now you have a pot that's going to make you fresh water. So now
True.
you could bring
also cook.
another tool instead of the life straw.
You can also cook, right?
Yeah,
Like, you know.
but you also got to bring things like
you can bring 10 things. That's a lot of things.
you got to
Listen,
bring wire
10
to make traps.
Listen,
You got to
hold on,
bring
hold on,
you can
hold
bring
on,
a
hold on,
net.
Hold on. Let's start this up right now because we're bringing 10 things right now to the
Yeah.
wilderness.
Wait, hang on. Do your clothes count as things?
Oh, there's a limit on how many clothes you can bring.
Okay. So let's do what things we're bringing.
Yes.
I'm bringing an axe,
Okay.
like a nice
Okay,
small
yeah.
axe.
Well, yeah, an axe
Like
or
a
a saw
hatchet.
is needed.
A hatchet?
Yeah.
a hatchet, right?
But you're bringing an axe and a hatchet.
No, just a
Let's,
hatchet.
I have an idea. Let's go around the room and you pick 10 things that you
Whoa,
bring.
okay.
Yeah.
So I got a
Fucked up Friday.
I got a
Let's do it.
hatchet.
Okay.
I got a nice field knife. I got a fire starter.
Needed.
I got a tarp.
Does everybody keep me count?
I think he's up to like 4 or 5.
Probably hatchet, field knife, fire starter, tarp.
4.
Of course, a pot, a cup. No, my pot is gonna be my cup.
People carve cups out of fucking wood.
I know those gangsters. I ain't that gangster. Right? I got a pot that's gonna be my cup. One of those
We got
universal.
it. We got you.
Fuck.
You were surviving.
It's a
in
lot
the
of
wood.
things, man. It's too many things. in
I
my
know.
opinion.
It's a
too
lot.
few things. Are you kidding me?
My bow.
Okay.
All right,
yeah,
yeah.
that's one thing, but
The arrows also count, don't they? As things?
I don't know about that.
Oh, so let's say 2 things, right? Arrow and bow. Right? 2 things, right? That's 7 items.
I don't know what the rules of this are. Like, do arrows come included with the
So,
bow?
dude, you
and
gotta
then, like,
think-
how many?
Is that like
Okay,
yo,
but
if
what-
I get,
you know
if,
what
I bring
you're
a,
missing
if I
out?
bring a gun, does it count?
You can't bring a gun.
Does it bring the bullets?
I think the bow comes with the arrow.
That would
Okay.
make sense.
But you also
otherwise-
have to think about like wire, fishing.
Yeah, no.
Like there's so many ways to tackle this. Only out of the 8 seasons of Alone, only 2-3 people have killed big game with a bow. It's statistically, if you look past, if you were to be a contestant on season 10 or whatever, if you were to look past and watch all the episodes, statistically it's useless to bring a bow and arrow. It only makes you feel
I don't believe
safe.
that.
Fuck that. You know why?
Because you get your one big shot, and
Not even that too. You can't live. So you'll start feeling side effects of too much mercury if you fish.
Oh, that's happened to
Also-
people before.
also-
I'm telling
like-
you. So you need
But
you
you-
need something
you
to
also
catch
need-
a big.
You also
catch a
need
red
wire.
meat.
A lot of people survive off of catching rabbits, little birds.
Listen,
These two
not
dudes,
wire. I would say rope over wire.
not wire. You
Rope.
could chew
We're
through
never
rope.
going to get around the table
No,
here for all
no.
the 10 things. But
All right, you want to go do your 10?
first of all, I think that's bullshit. I'd rather have a bow than fishing line because this fucking, first of all, it's hard to fish. And if we're talking about
But
Alaska,
you can leave fishing lines out, and you can leave a gill net out, and just let that do the work.
a net is different.
Can't
I'm
you
talking-
also use some of the line for snares and shit?
Yeah, that
Yes,
is
but
true.
you got to
Yeah,
understand,
have
if you
multiple
use
uses.
line and rope to do a trap for a rabbit's a good meal. If you use regular line or even strong fishing line, a rabbit can chew through that in a heartbeat. That's your problem. That's why you want to bring wire. They can't chew through it.
I'm bringing my compound bow. I'm bringing a small knife. I'm bringing a knife sharpener.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about one of those. Yeah.
I'm bringing
Use a rock.
night vision goggles. That's my fourth thing. This way I can hunt in nighttime when sometimes these big game are most
Actually,
active.
your light is so like the headlamp. I'm pretty sure it's like one item.
What?
Yeah,
That's bullshit. What
What do you mean? What do you
A
mean?
I think like if
Flashlight?
you were to bring like a flashlight or a headlamp, I think that might be an item.
I didn't say I had a flashlight. I'm bringing
No,
night
but
vision
I'm
goggles.
just saying. I'm
Dude,
saying
you're
in
out in
general.
the middle of Alaska. It's dark. You need a flashlight.
I got night vision goggles.
But if you have a
I don't
fire-
want a flashlight. If I have a flashlight, I'm going to give myself away everywhere I go.
I'm just imagining Tom
I'd rather
Clancy.
I'd rather be in complete utter darkness.
All right, it'd be the
walking around.
first.
This nigga's
Go
a
for it,
this
yeah.
nigga's a Navy SEAL
Yeah.
out here.
You know,
Navy-
a Navy
Navy
SEAL could
SEALs-
probably live it
What
though.
am I up to? 4? Knife?
You need something to chop wood.
Yeah, I definitely bring a hatchet. Yeah, like a small one because
Yeah.
a big one. Yeah, a tarp without a doubt.
A tarp is that is
Yes,
the most
yes.
essential thing in the
Yeah.
fucking world because that's a tent. That's a fucking wrap for yourself to keep heat in.
No, you need to make a solid
That's 6.
house.
Yeah, I'm at 6. Some rope because you're gonna need that.
See, rope.
in order to even like tie down.
Yep.
The rest.
The wire does the same thing. The wire is universal.
Okay, and
You got to think of universal items.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna bring definitely a net because it's easier to catch in like a stream. I'd say with a net than you standing there with like a fishing lure.
What about a spear?
You
can
can have
do
a
that.
bow, dude.
Yeah, but they're not
Don't wanna
on a
spear cross
tropical
over.
island, bro.
Yeah.
This is freezing
Up to
cold
8.
temperatures.
You don't want to fucking waste an arrow shooting a rock.
Why would I shoot a rock?
You said you had a
I'm not
bow.
hunting rocks. Why would
Oh,
I?
he's talking about fishing with the
You
bow.
fishing with a bow.
No, I'm not fishing with the bow. I'm bringing a net and a rope. That could tie down my house. That could also I could throw it
Yeah.
out in a river and try and catch I could also try and snare some rabbit or some shit with that. I'm up to 8. A flint.
Oh, yeah, you need a fire starter.
Yeah, a flint. Flint. Yeah. I need one more thing.
You need something like to cook.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
either a pan or a sleeping
yeah.
bag, maybe.
Not fucking sleeping bag, nigga.
I'd bring like a kettle, like a tea kettle,
Yeah,
pot
you-
sort of thing.
You
Because
can
I
get
could
your
like.
fish in there.
Yo, you know what I'll
What
bring?
do you mean a big ass tea kettle?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah,
I could boil food in there. I could boil water in there.
You ever seen the firebox?
yeah.
I'll fucking bring one of those motherfuckers.
All right.
That shit, it folds into nothing.
All right.
I think it's so those are my 10 things. But I think in Alaska it's probably easier to survive in the wintertime than it is the summertime because the summertime the mosquitoes and the insects are so absolutely insane. They'll probably
yeah.
drive you insane.
You
I'm
need
t-
you need to watch because
I have.
you're completely wrong.
Yeah, you think so?
Dude, the winter is so hard for them to make
I
it
know
through
it's
it.
hard. But you're
Because
talking about- you're
it
talking
goes
about-
down to like 0
I know.
degrees.
I know.
Not even 0,
That's
bro.
true.
I'm
That's true.
saying
People
though,
get medevac. Like you could also lose because a medical team comes and checks you, and they're like,
They
"Oh,
could check you out.
you're
right.
gonna lose all your toes because you have hypothermia."
Yeah,
Like,
they'll call it off early
Yeah.
for you. I'm also thinking in terms of like the food, like being preserved. Because I've watched, I think it's Glenn Villeneuve, him do this before, and he builds like he lives out in like a cabin in the middle, out there in the middle of the fucking wilderness, and he has like a stand built where he puts like the meat
Oh, yeah, you
up
gotta
on
keep-
the
yeah.
stand up high, and because it's so cold.
Yeah,
He
it's
just
your own
leaves it there, and
refrigerator.
it's like a refrigerator outside, and it's up high, keeps it away from predators. Et cetera.
You're smart about that one.
Yeah.
But you could build that out there.
Right.
You don't need to bring
he did
anything
build
for
it
it,
out
yeah.
there. This guy, Glenn Villeneuve.
You guys got to watch this show.
He,
One thing, though, that you guys all failed on, this is what you bring. A multi-tool. This is 8 tools, and it's only one item.
Really?
Honestly,
that's not that's not cheating though. It's kind
No,
of cheating.
no.
Hold on.
Everybody
Yeah.
who says it, this is the most important thing they bring.
I agree. I agree that without doubt, it's the most important thing. But that kind of defeats the purpose. It's kind of cheating.
Not even that though. Like
It's one item.
What are you using pliers and all that stuff for?
So here's
Dude,
what,
when you're working with, when it's freezing cold out and you don't want your hands out there exposed and you're tying a fishing net or you're tying a trap, would you rather use your fingers in the freezing sub-zero temperature where you're already starving, or
I'm raising
this?
my hand. So here's why that's bullshit and that shouldn't be allowed. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bow and I'm going to screw a hatchet into it. I'm going to screw a fishing rod into it. I'm going to screw a fire starter onto it. I'm going to screw a tarp. I'm going to wrap the whole thing in a tarp after. That's my multi-tool. That's only one item.
But you're still gonna need a second item, a multi-tool, to unwrap all that shit.
And that's 10 more items. Now I only have 2 things, but I really have like 30 things.
Well, that's why it.
I get
Look
it.
for
You're
what's
right.
universal, though.
I know, you're right, without a doubt. Obviously, a multi-tool is one of the best things you can bring. But in my opinion, it's cheating. It defeats like the gamesmanship of this is a competition.
There's
It's
not a single
this is-
person that's never brought one.
I understand, but this is not like we are out there in the wilderness trying to survive because like the world has ended. This is a game.
Yeah.
Literally, this is a game. That's bullshit. That's like cheating in a game almost. Yes, you're right. Everyone brings one. That even defeats the purpose of it being an item to choose because every single person is going to bring one. So really, only everybody gets 9 options to bring.
You should
to
write
bring.
a letter to the.
I'm just saying though.
producer.
Think about it. Right. This is a game. This is a game.
Send
Everybody
them this
brings
video.
Everybody brings the one exact same thing. That really means you only have 9 options of things to bring. Why does that even count as a? You should just be.
Yeah, but everybody
get-
brings a tarp too. So are we not counting the tarp now?
You're angry right now.
I'm
You're
just saying,
angry.
I'm just saying in terms of game. This is a game. This is not.
Everybody
to
brings a
survive.
sleeping bag, a pot, like.
Yeah, I know. But
there's
those are not.
things
Those
that-
are one item though. They're not
so-
30 items
Sure.
in one.
All right, so moving on because we're gonna argue about this all night.
Well, hang on. We didn't all finish.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You want me to do
selections.
my 10 items?
Yes, go for
Oh
it, yeah.
man,
A
Tarp.
condom.
dude, condoms hold water, bro.
A multi-tool.
Yeah, a multi-tool, a tarp. I would bring a bow, even though, I think it's well worth bringing a bow. I'd bring wire. I would try and bring some type of fishing lures and stuff, because I could use the wire, but like to fish with the lures.
All right, dude. So lures count as one thing, even if you have like.
Oh no,
10
you
or
can only
15?
bring like they give you an amount. Like it might be 3. So like if a fish like eats 2 of your lures and you're down to 1.
That's another reason why I lose 3 fucking lures fishing in the lake over here.
That's why I'll just spear them in the river.
If you could stay warm enough to go in there. So what do I have? The multi-tool, the bow and arrow, fishing lures, wire,
That's-
a pot.
That's 6.
We're up to 6. What else would I bring? Obviously a hatchet or a saw. Need that. Actually, you know what I'd bring? The survival shovel.
He's a cheater, bro.
Yep.
He's a cheater. He's got a multi-tool, and now he's got the
survival
check
shovel?
out
Yeah.
our doomed review of the Antarctica
Yes.
folding survival shovel.
Yes.
shovel.
I love
That's
that
like
shovel.
that's like 3 or 4 things. The guy's cheating.
Hold on.
I'm
but
setting
you bought it
myself
because of
up for
Javier.
victory.
I know you are, but
I bought it first, and then I bought the extension, so I have 2 additional pieces for leverage.
Dude, yes,
It's
you're right,
fantastic.
dude.
does that count as 2 things now, or is that just still one thing?
That was
No,
the
that's an
best
extension
tool on the
patch.
campsite,
That's another
bro.
thing.
You know?
All right, so you get your fucking cheating shovel. What else?
Yeah,
That's
so-
8. That's 8 things.
Yes. What else?
Cheating
would I-
whore.
Oh, a fire starter, obviously. And then did I say a pot or a pan?
You did, yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. I guess fishing line or no, a gill
You already
net.
said
A
that.
gill net.
All right, that's
10.
10.
that's 10. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Good
You're
job.
gonna freeze to death
Listen,
and be so cold. 'cause
Hav-
you don't
I
have
brought a tarp.
Did you bring a tarp?
Yeah.
All right.
Javier is gonna have the best survival
Yeah.
kit ever.
I think
Because
so.
Javier already has 10 multi-tools lined up.
He's been.
I've been counting my
waiting
fingers
for
for like
this
the last
moment.
20
Yes.
minutes.
For his whole life.
I forgot about this. Javi loves
All right.
camp. Like we
Yes.
go camping on a regular, and Javi is like Mister.
I go fucking
what
like,
is it,
druidic
Inspector
or some
Gadget?
shit. I have my fucking spear, which is a shovel with some extra pieces and shit like that. I'm just stoking the fire for like 48 hours straight. I don't sleep. I
And
just
your Michael
drink
Myers
coffee.
jumpsuit.
I was just gonna say, I
Yo,
love how
I
when
am
we went
insulated and
camping,
I'm warm.
Javier literally wore a mechanic
Yeah.
jumpsuit to
Yes.
go camping, and it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
it was
layers
basically a
underneath.
onesie. Yeah.
I can control my own temperature, leave that shit open, vent out, I'm good. But
Yeah,
this
give us-
competition,
give us
I'm
your
gonna
10, yeah.
I'm gonna compete my way.
Do it. I'm excited.
Honest. A huge USB power bank. A USB to USB-C cable. My phone with at least 2 shows downloaded. That's gonna count as one item because you can do whatever you want beforehand.
There's 3.
Um,
yeah.
That's 3 right there. It's gonna be a 3-gallon jug of water. It's gonna be a large container of oats. It's gonna be a kettle. There's gonna be coffee, sleeping bag, tent, and then a flare. Cause I'm gonna last maybe like 2 days on this
Oh no,
oat
you don't.
diet.
You got a
and just-
radio, and they'll come pick you up.
Oh, I'm not gonna risk it.
All right, you get one back. You get one back.
Yeah,
The
you
flare-
got one
flare's
more
not
item.
necessary. You have a radio where you could call for
Yeah.
help.
A
So you don't
lighter,
need a flare.
honestly, I totally forgot about fire.
That's 10. Javi's going in only for like a week, and he's
Yeah.
I participated. That's gonna be my accomplishment.
There, every season on the first day, people like bitch out immediately. Like it doesn't matter who they are. Somebody crumbles within like the first 24 to 48 hours because it's a lot to take
yeah.
on.
You know what? You know what it is though. You're right. Like I've watched some of these things before, and like the hardest thing to do is like the isolation, like
Yeah.
keep yourself
Being
occupied.
alone.
Yeah, but you have to be like, yeah, that's not for everybody. You have to like enjoy that or like.
Oh,
enjoy,
I do.
I love the aspect of hunting. Like,
Yes.
sitting
The
there
dude
quietly.
the dude who won the last season, like he was so comfortable. Like some of these people almost are like technically homeless. There was one season where this girl was like, I lived in something like this for 2 years straight. Like
Yeah, no big deal.
yeah, like she's like, yeah, I built it out of logs and a tarp, and I had a tent in the woods, and I trapped rabbits for a year straight, and
Yeah, but
that's
how
how
do
I
you
lived.
how do you explain like life after the show? Like you've
Oh,
been
people
on
get
this island.
people get fucked up. People get fucked up,
No, but it's like you try to get an apartment. They're like,
weak
wait,
mind.
where did you live for the last year?
dude.
These are millennial motherfuckers.
People
That's what
come
it is.
home and they have like problems with their family, and people come home and they can't be in like a room with a lot of people anymore. They got to sleep on the ground. Not,
got-
like they can't sleep on their bed.
They got
Fucking
PTSD
pussies.
Yeah.
from camping.
Fucking pussies.
Fucking millennials. PTSD from camping.
Yeah, for a long period, long isolation will fuck you up.
They didn't
Bro.
have to do it.
Well, they were trying to win 500 grand.
Listen,
millennials.
we stood out in this nigga's cabin for a week straight, and we fucking loved
Every
it.
second of it,
Like
yeah.
it was like no communication to the outside world. It was like I can do this the rest of my life.
Yeah,
It's
I could do
nice
that,
when
yeah.
we go
that week
camping
that
and
we
you
went
just
hunting
throw
Oh,
camping,
man.
that was awesome. Yeah. That was when I crossed the bear's path.
Yeah,
That was,
we went to look for that
yeah.
motherfucker.
Yep, that was cool. That was fun. Like to be
Yeah.
like on the trail of like a huge
Like
predator.
your adrenaline
Yeah.
is like pumping
Yep.
and everything because you're like, yo, I have to be alert. Like I gotta find him before he finds me.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I was walking down a path.
I gotta take a
And
break.
and like just this huge black bear comes out of nowhere and crosses the path in front of me. I was trying to radio you, but you didn't have your radio
Yeah.
on yet because we had just split up. And then I came back, got you, and then we went after it. We never found it, but we actually got lucky that we didn't find it
Because
if
a
we
hailstorm
yes,
came in.
If we did find this bear, within the next half an hour, a huge hail like baseball storm came in and would have been pounding us in the head as we were trying to like process this bear or something.
Bro, process it, fucking trying to drag it out the woods.
Yeah,
Everything.
We would've been-
because
maybe, but-
we were far from camp.
yeah.
Like we were in the woods.
Yeah.
And if we would have put it down, think about it. That bear would have ran another 500 yards.
Maybe if we got a good shot, it probably dropped pretty quickly. But
But that was 1 in a million shots right there. And it would have been like, yo, we had to where's the nearest road so we could put it in the fucking truck. Like, let's drive it to curbside, go get the truck. I'm gonna sit right here with the bear, make sure no one picks this motherfucker up.
yeah, I mean, we could also just leave it there and like quarter it there, trying to take like a leg.
Oh nah, nigga, if we were quartering it, I'd have been like, yo, grab the bows. Yo, I'll strap as much as I can to my back.
Could do that.
And
I
we
ran
ta-
into one back here, man.
I,
like,
s-
last
I
week,
saw
yeah.
that shit, nigga.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, there was a bear back here last week. I was walking the dogs, and like coming up the hill right here behind the shack in the back, I came over the hill, and there's like this huge black thing, just like in the distance, and then it like turns and looks at me, and it's like, oh, I'm like, holy shit, and then the dogs start going crazy, I yelled at them. I was like,
Shut the
stop.
fuck up.
Yeah, stop. No, not even that. But like they're dogs.
Yeah.
They're dumb. They want to go like chase things. You're gonna go. My dogs are gonna go attack a black bear. That's gonna work out for you.
I gotta kill a fucking black bear and shit.
Yeah. So I yelled at them. They stopped, and the black bear like didn't seem bothered by me. And then I'm like, this bear just doesn't care. It's just not gonna leave. And then I'm like in between. I can't go get a gun. I got the dogs here. They're going crazy. So I just went. I went berserk, like yelling at it, like waving my arms and hands, and it was like, it got taken
Bro,
back. I'm not even joking. It literally got taken it back, and then it jumped over the rock wall and ran away.
I tell everybody that, and they laugh at me. I'm like, yo, it's so true. All you
Yeah.
have to do is yell at a bear and show that you're huge. That's it. The bear's gonna run.
Yeah.
100% of the time, the bear's gonna run.
Dude,
Yeah.
when you told me there was the bear on the camping trip, and Steph was with us camping, and she's like, "What do I do if I see a bear?" I was like, "Trust me, the scream you're gonna let out is gonna be loud enough to scare the shit out of the bear, and it's gonna run away."
Yo, 100%.
They're scared of people, but at the same time, they're scared of humans. But at the same time, some of them, like over here, have become habituated with humans. Also,
Yes, because
most humans,
they're little black bears though.
yeah. I mean, this one wasn't little. This one was big. But most humans are like, "Oh, what a cute bear! Like,
Yeah.
how
The
cute!
stupidity
I
of
want to
people.
look. I want to like look at it and
Let me
like
pet it.
observe it.
Yeah.
And then like a bear sees a person, no threat to me. I just stand. It just stands here and watches me. But then at the same time, bears have been like evolved to understand like 2 legs standing upright is dangerous. Like to me, it could kill me. So it's like a weird, like their instinct is, like I said, standing upright, 2 legs, dangerous. But then like in practical, like everyday life, they become somewhat
Yeah.
habituated. But then like all you gotta do is scream, and they're like, "Holy shit, 2 legs up, standing, yelling at me, run away."
But then you also see pictures of bears standing up on 2 legs.
Yeah, I have seen that one. There's that one famous video, the one walking around that person's neighborhood. It was like injured, and it was going through people's garbage cans, like just walking around on 2
Yo.
legs. Yeah.
I got
Gangster.
text messages, people asking if it was me.
I wanted to bring this up before when we were talking about Alaska. Alaska is so big. Look at Alaska laid over the United States. It takes up like half the
Yeah,
country.
yo, Alaska's huge, bro.
From
I've
side
done-
to side. Look at this. This is like that Vancouver Island shit you were talking about.
That's
Kat.
that is my fucking retirement center right there.
Alaska,
Alaska,
Godspeed, bro.
Yo, go off the grid. Fuck everybody, yo.
You don't need to go that
Listen.
far to go off the grid.
Here's my address. Come visit me where the fuck you want. Wish you wherever the hell you want.
You go off the grid in Pennsylvania.
Fuck Pennsylvania. I want to go off the grid.
All right, fair enough.
Godspeed.
They'll find you. They'll come get their
Yeah.
taxes. Believe me. The federal government, man, they get their due. They're doing proper. Look how far though. If you look at Alaska, like the furthest east point
Was that Atlanta?
is near like South Carolina.
Yeah, I would say the
And then
Carolinas.
the furthest west point, which is like the Aleutian Islands, is in like New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then like the bulk of Alaska takes up like the middle of the country.
Like
pretty much.
Dakota.
Takes
almost
over
like-
the Bible
It
Belt.
almost looks like the Louisiana Purchase.
Wow,
From
yeah.
back right, kind of. Yeah,
yeah.
That's how big.
Bro, even
Alaska
yo,
is.
that shit is crazy.
Yeah, Texas is pretty big too. Texas
It's
kinda,
bigger than Texas.
It is.
Way
Texas kinda
bigger than
fits
Texas.
inside of Alaska, but
Easy.
Alaska's pretty crazy.
Even Cali fits in. Like if you combine
Yeah.
all Alaska, Cali fits in there too.
It's weird. It's like a whole nother country on its own. It's like it's
Yeah,
not. It's
you
like
have to go through
disconnected.
Canada to get to it.
Yeah, it's like disconnected from the rest of the country.
And
but
we
it's,
own that shit.
yeah.
America,
Interesting-
bitch.
Interesting place. There's that place there that they send Navy SEALs. Like, well, that's at the. Well, I think they do. I think they do send Navy SEAls there for training. Kodiak Island. You ever
Oh
heard
no,
of that?
that's for the bears.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but
hunt
they
there
send-
too. But I think they send
Kodiak
Navy
bear is the largest
Listen,
bear there
there's
is.
more bears there
Yeah.
than are humans
Yeah.
on
And that's
that
where
island.
that's where the Navy finishes their training.
Really?
Yeah, yes,
Oh,
people go
that's
there obviously to hunt
gangster.
the bears, but I think the SEALs do a part of their training there. And the craziest shit I've ever heard is some of these guys that go hunting there. Like when you're there, like the bears are hunting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're hunting
Bro.
them, but they're also hunting you, which
I
is
s-
a crazy thing.
Bro, I saw a TV show that they were like doing documentaries of people hunting on there. This girl was out there with a 50 cal muzzle
Yeah,
load.
they use that all the time.
Muzzle load.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're stupid because right now you're out. Like, if you take a shot and you miss, you're fucked.
It's like the redcoats, bro. You
You're
just get one shot,
fucked.
and then you got to be
They're
there
not.
with the thing.
That's the thing. They're not missing.
I'm like, you're fucked. She was trying to go to sleep at night, and she was like, I hear the bear hunting me right now. I was like, bitch, you are crazy with that fucking muzzle load in the first place.
Yeah, I have no interest in muzzle load.
I would rather have a bolt action
Yeah,
than
I
a
like
muzzle
bolt action.
load, just because I can pump some rounds.
You know what's crazy about those bears too? Those bears are so big and like they have no predator. Like they're not even scared. They're not scared of humans at all.
Hell no.
They'll eat you while you're alive. Like this crazy shit I learned. Like most predators, even like a male lion, will kill you and then eat you because it's nervous that like if I don't kill you, you'll get away, or some other predator will come and like steal my kill. A grizzly bear or one of these huge Kodiak Island bears, I'm just gonna fucking eat you. Like I don't need to kill you. They're so confident in that no one's gonna fuck with them that they'll just grab you and start eating you. They won't kill you. Like they'll just eat you alive, literally.
But think
'Cause
about it,
they're
they're on the
comfortable. It's no
island
big deal.
with no predators.
Yeah.
The only
Well,
other
you know-
their only predator is other grizzly bears.
You know the opposite end of the spectrum of that is the sloth.
The sloths.
What?
The sloths.
The sloth.
Cap just made up a new
Yeah.
animal. The sloth?
Yeah. Bro, they are so slow because they've never had any natural
No.
predators that they could just slow down and they don't ever need
no
to.
one eats sloths?
They
I've
they
never-
don't
that
need.
they can't be scientifically accurate.
Nah,
Let me
You're-
fact check you. But go ahead.
it's very. They're
Every
they're-
time you fact check me, you you come out surprised.
I do,
bro.
yeah.
So,
Listen,
Yes.
their like predator thing is so low. Like they really don't
like
have
maybe
anything.
maybe like a bird of prey or something. But other
They
than
got
that,
it, bro. I mean, a person could just shoot them and kill them. So
But that's probably bad meat.
yeah,
though.
yeah,
Do sloths have predators? Jaguars and eagles are common predators of sloths.
yes.
Why are sloths so slow? What is a sloth? I like the first question of this. What is a sloth? Sloths are stars of memes and viral videos. This is like Wikipedia. You know how they
kinda
say
true,
you can't
kinda true.
you can't rely
Yeah.
on Wikipedia because the information's mostly wrong? That's basically what this is. They make us laugh and they make celebrities cry. This is the most unscientific article I've ever seen about sloths. Let's see
Yeah,
if
what
we
did
got
this
any-
come off of TikTok?
No, this is off of nationalzoo.edu. Sloths are mammals, but
Thank
they
you.
aren't primates or marsupials. Where do sloths live? They live in Central America. Why are they so slow? This is where I'm really interested in here. Sloths have leafy, low-calorie diets and are very slow metabolisms to match. Their metabolic rate is only about 40 to 45% of what it would be for their typical body weight. Because of this specialized metabolism, sloths need to be frugal with their energy use. So they move slowly and tend not to wander far from their small home ranges. So you were completely wrong, Cap. I have
You
to
win.
say.
Congratulations.
Yes, finally. You're right, though. Most of the time when I fact check Cap, I'm like, I don't believe you. And I fact check him, he's right. You're like Alex Jones.
From what I understood is though they never needed to be fast because nothing hunted them down. But
Well, yeah, this is saying it has something to do with their metabolisms. It's like makes them slow.
that's fine.
There's that one video from, was it maybe Planet Earth?
Where
there
they
was-
had to help
where-
them across the street.
No. There was, I think it was like Planet Earth 2 maybe, and they were showing like the sloths mating, and this one sloth was on like one side of a lake, and the female sloth was on the other side of the lake, and they called to each other or whatever, like that the female's in heat. So the male sloth was like determined, but slowly determined. And he like came like he
Took days.
He looked like he was on a mission, but it was in slow motion. And he gets into the lake and he's swimming, but he's swimming in slow motion. And he literally nonstop took him like hours.
I think it took the whole length of the episode.
Yeah, literally of him just like getting there, and he gets there and he gets some ass. But it was it was worth it, I guess.
All that was foreplay.
Ass is always worth it.
Yeah. It's just funny because he was so determined, but it was in
Fucking
slow
males.
motion.
Yeah, well,
Doing whatever
the
it
whole
takes to get a
animal
piece of
kingdom.
ass.
That's
Whole
also
animal kingdom.
that's a good that's a lot of confidence too. Like it's gonna work out.
Yeah. It's different when it comes to animals, though. Like,
Yeah.
They don't have. I mean,
It's just a priority. They don't
Yeah.
care about social
but they,
media.
They do. Yeah, they do have to court each other. Some of them, right? You ever see the birds? How they?
The
you ever see
penguins
those-
dance
the
and shit like
penguins
that.
stay with the same mate forever or something like
Yeah.
Well, that one. That's
penguins
easy to
mate
get
forever.
married. Yeah. Some birds though, like build a fuck house. You know what I mean? And
A
you
saloon?
ever seen this?
A saloon?
Kind of. No, not even a saloon. It's basically like a brothel. Not really a brothel. It's literally just like a rape cabin that they build. And you ever seen this shit? Like little tiny birds.
No.
And they go and like pick up sticks and like make a little fuck cavern. And then they go and get things to like decorate it. and they put it there because the more like colorful and like crazy it looks, the more they can attract like a female to go into the fuck cavern, and then they fuck them.
Wow,
Nice.
I didn't know that. But saying little birds, has anyone ever seen a baby pigeon?
I don't think so.
Not
I
in
never
person.
seen pigeon eggs.
You want me to look it up?
Like, because those little
So
brown
you
birds,
bringing up a
Those are not
conspiracy?
pigeons.
those are not pigeons.
I know.
But a lot of people think those are baby pigeons.
No, that's a sparrow.
No, those are finches, aren't they?
I don't know what the fuck they are in the Bronx.
I think you need to specify NYC.
I think the Bronx has its own ecosystem.
The Bronx definitely could have
Yo.
an indigenous bird.
But there's
Oh
pigeons.
my god, a
there's
baby
pigeons
pigeon is
in-
terrifying, dude. Look at this.
There's pigeons in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the people from the Bronx brought them there.
Wait, did the people from the Bronx bring them there, or did you Puerto Ricans bring the pigeons from Puerto Rico?
I think we
Is-
brought
is
the.
it- is-
I think we brought the pigeons. I think we brought the
Maybe.
pigeons.
Maybe.
No,
Look at-
no,
dude,
you know,
look at this
I
baby
could
pigeon.
completely
This
see like the Bronx infecting Puerto Rico.
Baby pigeons are absolutely
What the
terrifying.
fuck?
I don't know what this is. Look at this mutant claw here. I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
had a drunk night.
What's funny is I just
What
recently
is going on?
rewatched all Jurassic Park.
See, Google chose what you needed
I
to
clicked.
see.
I clicked on the Google, main.
Oh, 'cause that was-
link,
that-
and it brings me to Tokyo 2020.
No,
Paralympic
because that's
Games.
the thing that's like on Google. You see Google.
And why is it bringing me? I know, I understand.
'Cause
Like,
Google
I just,
told
Google
you
advertises
what you
certain
need to
things.
do.
So you know how like on Black History Month it does like a certain thing.
yeah, I
for
know,
it?
but I didn't realize it would bring.
What
me,
does it
like,
do on
to
Pride
have
Month?
It does like rainbows and shit. So if you
Videos of
click,
dudes just
so
getting
if you-
railed out.
If you click Google, like it'll send you to those links and shit.
Oh my god.
But same
I
problem.
didn't know that. I didn't know
Bro,
that.
when I was in Puerto Rico, there was a gay
Pigeons.
parade.
Oh, no.
Bro, these gay people out there get down.
Why not, man?
I was like,
I think everyone in Puerto Rico gets down. Like that
Bro.
whole island is fantastic.
this was a parade I've seen better than like New York.
This was the
does.
Pride Parade in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, like, and it was just everybody in the island basically getting together.
People must have gotten
driving their own
shit-faced.
cars. Yo, fucking crazy.
Because the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York gets out of control every year. So a parade in Puerto Rico, no matter what, must be so much fun. It must be like Mardi Gras.
Bro,
No, the
crazy.
Pride Parades are apparently a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, I heard they were pretty fun. I never been.
Me neither. Yeah. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Yo,
Or the
this-
Grand Marshal.
This reminds me of if you guys have ever heard the Joey Diaz joke, although it's like a real situation that happened to him. He was in like Hollywood at like some other famous person's house in like the Hollywood Hills, and the house is like up on a hill, and like a little bit down the road is a gay club, and it was a Tuesday afternoon at like noon, and he goes out on the porch with his buddy, and he looks down at the gay club, and it's mobbed, packed. Like a pool party,
Yeah.
it's lit, DJ, everyone's having a good time, and they're like, "Wow, man!"
Sloppy tuna
They're
status.
they're having a fucking blast on like a Tuesday afternoon. Like, why? How? And Joey Diaz looks at his friend and goes, "You know how? Because there's no women there. It's just dudes only." Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Bro, honestly, saying Joey Diaz, like everybody that does like the Joe Rogan shit, like when they all get together,
What?
Tom Segura is coming to New York.
Is he?
Oh, I
Yes.
think I saw that.
Yes,
Did
do you mean?
Joe
What do you
Rogan
mean,
ever redo his shows?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going in October.
we should go to Tom Segura. We should buy
He's
tickets to go see Tom Segura.
Where is he
Where-
playing though? Brooklyn? Because I ain't
No,
going.
no, not in Brooklyn. He's playing in Manhattan. He's playing in some
I can't go to the one in Manhattan.
some upstate places. He's playing in PA. He's
I have
playing
a
in
question I
Jersey.
meant to ask before.
Like
Do you need to be vaccinated?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
who?
because-
Him or me?
Him.
Him?
But you
Me?
could also probably answer this too, because you guys are both now Bronx. You know, you're both Bronx boys. I'm not a Bronx boy anymore. You went to Craft Culture, right?
Yeah.
The other day. Are they checking for vaccination?
Literally everyone in that bar are the same faces. So like it was really a local night. So everyone in there has been vaccinated because of their job or something like that. And then all the food service
you-
people
you-
that go in.
So
and
it's
out.
all the same.
Javi's a well,
The hive mind.
Javi could be a politician because he just skirted the question. Are they checking people for vaccine, like for the key to NYC? I'll call on you. Don't worry. Are they checking people there for the key to the NYC pass or vaccination status or anything? I'm just saying they didn't because they know you guys. But let's say it's
If I walked in,
When-
All I
Wednesday.
know is I showed up on Spanish time, So he knows I got vaccinated like months ago. Like everyone in there has known because
But you should be part of the.
Politician,
You should be
bro.
part of the Biden administration, bro.
Yeah.
You would have completely sold the whole Afghan pullout thing. But
No.
wait,
So,
all right, whatever. Those are your
hold on,
friends.
wait. Let
hang
me
on.
question a
These are-
politician the way I want to
these
question.
are-
Yes or no?
Right. These are also Javi's friends, so I know he doesn't want to sell them down the river. So never mind.
all I can say is I really don't.
How
know.
about this? Have you been to any other? Well, actually, let's call on you. What do you got to say?
I don't fucking know because fuck the Bronx. Fuck the Bronx. Fuck the city of New York, man. Like,
Yep.
yo, I travel up north for everything. Fuck
So
everything.
you haven't eaten in a restaurant?
In the city? No.
Yeah. So you
in the Bronx, you haven't eaten. In a
can you
restaurant.
go to your local bodega?
Yeah.
That's different, though. That's different.
That's different.
not
That's
a
totally
restaurant.
different. That's not a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
You need a
okay.
restaurant you can sit down and eat in. And I
Right.
haven't been to one in the Bronx.
Well,
'cause
good. You know what the problem though is like.
Fuck the city.
Yes. Now
You
like
can't park your
now-
car. Fuck the city.
Yeah. Yes.
I still don't have the answer to my fucking original question. Have you been to any other restaurants within the 5 boroughs?
I've been to diners, restaurants.
And do they like actually check your vaccination status when you go
Did
in
you
there?
participate in communism?
Have you done any? Have you done the? Wait,
Actually, no. Recent,
has
like the
you-
most
have you
recent
done this
thing was
re-
maybe before it came on the news where you had. To
So you haven't
show.
done it that
Recently.
as
No,
recent as
no.
because this thing
It's
only
only
got
been like
out-
2 weeks or so.
Yeah. So yeah.
What troubles me though is like depending on where you went to get the injection, it's really hard to get like accurate records and shit. Like I tried to do the.
Oh, shocking! That's a
Yeah.
sloppy system.
Well, also like they give you that card, and that's just like a piece of paper.
That's
I got-
all
you
it
know what I
is.
mean, like-
Did they stamp it? Everybody now is with the stamp. Then
I have mine in my car right now. We could take a look at it later.
You got a blue light?
We can look at any fucking light you want. I got my card. I got my card in my car.
Tinfoil hat time.
Ooh.
You think they originally put it on a piece of cardboard because they could say, oh well, it was only on a piece of cardboard. That
Yep.
gets messed up and you could lose it.
Oh, yeah.
It's better that we make an app that you could put your
Yes.
vaccination status on because these pieces of cardboard, that's not realistic. That doesn't work good. So you should have an app.
That's like the
So, you know what I mean? Like,
shit.
I will say-
is it a built-in justification for a vaccine?
I'm just gonna
passport?
say you can get your own complete immunization history. Just search for yourself, pay a little fee. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that already exists. My COVID test was on that.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't.
No,
yeah.
but what I'm saying is like systems like that already exist. So just making something that's like you know,
No,
print
no,
the
no.
barcode.
Where have you ever had an app? On
Yeah,
your
but the
phone
app could track
that
you.
you
The
need
paper
to show.
can't.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You could
Well,
go,
I'm
you
also
could-
downloading
You're
it
saying
PDF,
you're saying
yeah.
you could go and get your record of all your vaccinations.
Yeah.
off
So
of-
like that
off of
information
whatever.
exists
Yeah.
off the internet. Yeah.
Right. But where have you ever in the history of your life had to have an app with that on it
To get
at
somewhere.
all times to get into somewhere?
Remember, we got phones with apps like maybe like 10, 15 years
I'm
ago.
talking
So
about
that's
that. I'm talking about with your vaccination record on it, and you cannot go into a place if you don't have that.
I understood it the same way you did.
yeah. But you're also talking about a very specific and unique situation because when we had like the Spanish flu, we didn't have cell phones and apps and all that shit. We just wore fucking masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was 100 years.
So
ago.
I find like a hard time. Like,
Yeah,
I
do you know
can't
how many
really.
people the Spanish flu killed? You know how much more dangerous the Spanish flu was compared to COVID? I'm just, I don't even,
know,
I don't
I
want to
don't
get
care.
too deep into this because YouTube will fucking ban us for even discussing it. But
Yeah.
I
If
re-
we're
I-
not already banned.
no, I understand your point. My original question is like, maybe you haven't even been to a restaurant or anything yet.
Is New York
I'm just
enforcing
trying to
this?
get a vibe for like our restaurants actually enforcing this retarded
But
fucking.
the thing is, you're asking restaurant employees to enforce like
Something that's
government
not their
shit.
job.
Like,
yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of
so you-
places
like-
that are just.
So you
How
think
how qualified can someone who
Yeah.
just basically works for tips be
Let's-
to review records and document
I
it?
understand.
You're literally just
So you
flashing
think-
something.
So,
That's it.
so to pick your brain on the opinion, you think it's
Tread carefully.
you think it's stupid or you think it's a good idea?
Stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's. I really do think it's kind of stupid.
You know, this is why I'm not gonna say I know it's stupid. Why I believe it's stupid.
Like I can
It's-
elaborate after, but yeah.
It's already proven that if you're fully vaccinated, you could get COVID and you could spread COVID. Fine, there's a percentage of it.
We're not
but
doctors. We're not doctors. We're just,
It's been proven.
Oh, yeah,
though.
I'm a
Yeah,
doctor.
disclaimer: we are not doctors.
Yes, no, we're not
at
doctors.
all. We're just spitballing false information here. We don't know anything about it. So continue.
All right. Well, you could be fully vaccinated and end up with getting COVID or spreading COVID. The whole reason the papers aren't important is because I just had it. I have a negative test. I'm healthy right now. I'm not allowed in that restaurant. But person A with the passport, who could have it, could not even know they have it, will be allowed in there. So me, a healthy person who is unvaccinated, is not allowed in there. But person A, who is vaccinated, that is sick, is allowed in. They're only checking papers. There's no a negative result is way better than the papers because it shows you are not infectious.
Yeah.
The papers just show you, I got it. I might have it. I might not have it. I could go in.
Who the fuck said you was healthy?
Me.
You a fucking lying.
Why? You're right. You make a good point, but why I think it even makes less of sense is because it's been proven that like just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you can't transmit.
That's what
COVID.
I'm saying.
At the same, like you could carry, like from far again, not doctor, I don't know, but you could carry like the same amount of the virus in your nose as an unvaccinated person, and then like you might not be sick or anything, but you could sneeze in a restaurant with a bunch of other vaccinated people,
And they can all get it.
And now they could be carrying the virus, and maybe they don't get sick. Maybe it does break through on some of them. So, like, the only risk for them, I mean, there's a risk to everybody, right? But the most risk is to the person who's not vaccinated, and like that was their decision to take on that risk. Like they're comfortable with that. So, like that rule, who is it really protecting? It's not really protecting or doing anything besides like giving the government more power to overreach and like influence business, influence society,
On
like,
top of it,
norms. You know what I mean? Like it's not realistic. It doesn't make much sense. The vaccine passport doesn't make much sense.
The only
terms of,
thing
like,
that makes sense about it is it's basically just a way to like skirt responsibility. So it's now putting it on the restaurants to make sure they do this thing, which is completely unreasonable.
The attack on small business. They suffered all last year. Now they have to turn away 50% of their clients.
More
How
than
many
50.
stores have
more than
closed?
50?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm trying to like probe people to see like if they're actually doing it because like drugs are illegal. Do people still
Well,
sell
Marcus got nailed with it yesterday.
That's true. But you know,
What?
but there's a million restaurants in New York City. Like some are gonna
Trill?
do it, some are
Yeah.
not.
Trill was down in Manhattan somewhere last night. Probably went to a club or some nice restaurant, and they hassled him at the door for the vaccine passport, the key to the city.
Yeah.
Fuck the city.
So remember, like when we used to go to Atlantic City and we were trying to get into the clubs, and we would be like,
'Cause of me?
Yeah, because
Be real.
You were in blackface throwing up, but but like when we would try and do the VIP, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's you guys. All right, we got a broom closet for like $1,500, $1,200. You know?
Yeah.
So like, you know, you didn't know if you were really gonna get in. Now like you go to a restaurant and you don't know if you're gonna get in. But there was a pretty good like a sabotage meme on Instagram where it was like, you want to start effing over the restaurants that are enforcing the vaccine passport? Make a reservation for Saturday night for 8 people at like 8 o'clock, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, is everyone vaccinated? Yeah,
this
everyone's
was
vaccinated."
someone on Timcast said this.
And then they're like 10 minutes before, be like, "I gotta cancel my reservation. Joey over here can't find his passport."
Yeah. I mean,
So
this was on
not
Tim.
going to keep
this,
booking.
this was on Tim.
reservations
It's kind
then?
of like you're punishing restaurants.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like
You're punishing them for allowing segregation.
yes. At the same time, like how you've heard of like in the hunting classes, how like the vegan activists will like register for all the hunting courses
Yeah.
and
people still become hunters, so
yeah, but it's
people are still gonna eat at the restaurant.
I like that's like now that's activism. Right?
It's
That's
a
going like a
hiccup.
step beyond.
It's a hiccup
punishment.
in the. It's a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
that
I'd rather just, but that's almost like you're going out of your way to fuck over a restaurant,
Well-
which I get why. I'd rather. My position is I'm never going to a restaurant in New York City ever again.
you're right.
Until this rule is
You're right.
removed. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to like sabotage a restaurant's business for that
But-
night. I just will not personally partake in the bullshit system. Go ahead.
I am stuck on vegans getting hunting license trying to fuck people over. But
You want me to
like,
explain it? I mean, I will.
but doesn't it like screw up like the numbers, like the animal species that
No,
they're
no, they don't get the they.
like no
I don't-
they get the tag
let
so
him-
other
let him
people
ex-
so
no,
actual
no, no,
hunters can't
no,
get
no.
it.
No, no.
Let me give you-
Let him
really
explain
don't-
it,
yeah.
and you'll
I'll give you
understand.
full context. So, like, when you go for the hunting course, they will explain to you that a common thing that happens with like hunting courses is there's it's in a classroom to say there's 30 seats.
Yeah, he doesn't know you need to take a class.
You have to take a
No,
class.
no, no.
to get your
I've
hunting license.
I've
Okay.
unfortunately
So I
sat in a
know how to
car
start at the
during
very
many of these
beginning.
conversations.
Okay.
So, say there's 30 seats in a class for hunting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the class is once a week, there's 1 million people live in Connecticut.
So
like a lot of people on hunt.
They're
right?
making an obstacle
Yes. So
to
like,
get your license.
You have to
So
go
a
online.
vegan personal-
Let me explain it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So,
Shit.
so
Fuck.
there's 30 seats. For 15 seats, a group of activist vegans will go and register for the 15 seats in the class and then not show up. You, as a hunter looking for a course, can't find a course available now because there's no seats, because vegans are like actively looking to obstruct
Stopping you from a country.
Okay, so I got it, but I was just fast forwarding to tags instead of saying classroom seats. So if they're limiting the amount of actual real hunters that are successful, get their license and hunt, doesn't that mean like those populations will increase because there's not enough hunters, and then more licenses and tags?
It works the opposite way, because then the following year they'll just issue us more tags.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So then there'll be more vegans paying for these classes.
No.
The
They'll
people
make
who
up.
have the tags will get more tags.
The hunters will make the few hunters that make it through the class and do it properly on the back end will get more out of it. Because now that out of the 30 seats, only 10 people graduated to become hunters or whatever. So now those 10 people the following year are going to get an extra doe or an extra buck tag. So you could hunt more animals because the following year they didn't.
Okay, so while you're all technically right, the vegans are doing more harm than they're doing good.
No,
because,
I know that.
Because yes, if there's less hunters, me and Chris are going to get more tags. However, me and Chris are not going to kill more deer. We're going to kill the exact same amount of deer we would have killed anyway, which means that deer are going to overpopulate. They're going to become sick. Their population is not going to be managed correctly, and overall the herd will suffer because vegans thought that they were righteous, and they don't understand the aspect of American conservation. Which there's more. There's more deer now. Sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go into the rant here because I'm very passionate on this. There's more deer now in the United States of America than there has ever been ever in the history of the earth. Right, and it's because people hunt them. Right, hunters cull the population, keep it healthy. Every dollar we spend on like hunting equipment goes into their
even sporting equipment.
Equipment
goes into like a fund like for managing their environment, and it's not like one of these bullshit funds where like the government steals from Social Security to pay for the military. There's like a specific law that Teddy Roosevelt made that like every single dollar from like that tax goes only for that. Like it can't be used for anything else, and that's why conservation and deer are. Why do you think there's deer everywhere? Right, like for the most part, why you don't see any wolves or whatever? There's deer because we hunt them. There's no wolves because we killed all of them back when there was market
to get the
too
deer
many and market hunting and etc. There used to be the hunting used to be like market hunting. It used to be like go out, kill an animal, bring it into market, sell it.
You know, like in Red Dead?
Yes. That used to literally like in Red Dead Redemption.
But now it's not like that.
Yeah, now it's not like that. After a while, Teddy Roosevelt, big hunter, was a president, realized like we're allowing market hunting, people going out there and killing every animal that exists, bringing it into market to sell it to make money. There's not going to be any animals left. So they invented the conservation method of hunting, which has made the population of deer and etc. more healthy than it's ever been. So vegans blocking hunters actually harms the herd more than people. It's like counterintuitive. Like, how could killing something help it? It does, because shit dies in life. You live, you die, an animal kills you, etc. And that's how like the ecosystem is supposed to work.
Yeah.
So
it's a circle of life.
Yeah.
So the Java book report, to make sure I understood this, vegans kind of fucking up hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because they don't
No,
understand
vegans
it.
are fucking up their own cause.
Yes.
And my extra credit part of that is like, that's just a waste of fucking money.
There's no fucking extra credit out here.
Well,
You're pumping money into like the classrooms, right?
No.
The classes are free.
Classes are all free.
Yeah.
Oh, they're free.
You pay for your license.
You pay
because
a lot. I paid.
Because
how much was the
also-
lifetime license?
Oh, the lifetime license was a lot.
Yeah, that's what I paid.
The regular
it was over
license
$1,000.
was only $25.
Nope, lifetime license is well worth it.
It is. I got my lifetime too.
Yeah.
Because of that law I mentioned before, where all the money goes back into conservation, that money pays for everybody's classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's, usually the libertarian in me says that everything the government does is fucked. This is the one thing that the government does that makes a lot of sense. It's Teddy Roosevelt's like conservation.
Then they regulate the guns, and you got to go to Florida to use crazy shit.
So I got like a B-.
Why the fuck would you want to shoot a deer with a 50 cal?
Why not?
I want to get in a helicopter with a machine gun and hunt down hogs.
Hell fucking yeah!
Why wouldn't you want to shoot a deer?
Listen, not for
I
that.
want to die immediately.
I want to shoot a hog from a helicopter with a bow.
That's tough, dude.
Hard, man.
That's-
It's already hard with a bow.
Listen,
I don't honestly. I don't think that would work because
The
because
skin
There's
is
so much
thick.
movement.
not even that. Like
No, it would
you're-
go through.
well, hold
No
on.
problem.
A bullet is in flying at an insane rate. A bow is not flying any. I mean, an arrow is not flying anywhere near that rate. If you
Yeah.
were fucking flying in a helicopter, going super fast, and you shot a bow, it'd just like fly, like the arrow would just fly away.
But
the
A
wind,
helicopter's never stable.
you know what I mean? Like the amount of crazy different winds from the propellers, from the
Yeah.
helicopter moving is going. You're going to shoot your arrow, and it's going to just get blown away.
You just want to
Yes, sir.
have like a
Dude,
very
we shoot,
expensive.
When we shoot our arrows back here, if there's like a little gust of wind, it like changes
Yeah,
the
it does.
trajectory of your arrow.
Dude.
Imagine a helicopter.
Down south, they will put you in a helicopter
I know.
and give you an M4.
A M4 and AR, whatever you want. Just mowing down hogs, and I want to do that so bad.
Where
And
were
then
we trying to go? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Probably Florida or something
Where
like that.
we were talking about maybe like Zoo's bachelor party or something. We were talking recently where we were like, if we go there, we could actually pull this off.
Happy Texas.
Oh yes, we wanted to go see a Giants Dallas game,
yeah,
and
Happy
yeah,
Texas.
all,
Texas is crazy.
all I'm saying is, if we go, I'm mailing back people pigs.
yeah.
Like I'm getting I'm hunting down these
7,500 pounds of bacon.
Fuck.
How
that.
long are
no,
we
no.
going?
Listen,
We got Chinese food waiting inside,
That-
man.
that-
148.
that bacon. You
Yeah,
can't really
time
get
flew.
bacon out wild hogs.
You get wild bacon.
That fat is not.
I know it's
They're pretty-
different.
they're
It's
lean,
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
All
like
right, so we all get pork loins. 300 pounds of pork loin.
do the whole fucking hog and chop it up and serve it up.
Dude, yo, smoked hog ribs. I have no idea if that's even good.
Probably, it sounds good.
We'll find out when we
Yeah.
fucking cook one.
The thing about the hog hunting is that they reproduce.
parasites.
They're literally a parasite. So like with deer, they are a parasite, but nowhere near the level
Hogs
that
destroy
hogs are. So like with
everything.
deer, there is the method of like tags because like we know there's like this many deer. So like there's this many deer. We need to kill this many in order to keep their population healthy, and it could be managed successfully. With hogs, they're like roaches. They just
Fucking
spread.
farmers
so like you can
pay
have
you to
you know,
hunt on their
you can-
property.
Yes, you can have literally men flying in helicopters with AR-15s, murdering them by the hundreds.
Yep.
And it's not enough to stop their crazy spread, which they say in years from now that the hogs are going to spread up here and affect the deer population up here.
Ooh, we'll hunt some hogs. That's what I'm talking about.
It
Sit
won't-
out
no,
with
it's
a
not-
shotgun in your backyard.
Yes, that might sound fun to you, but it's not good
Yeah.
for the ecosystem.
No.
I'm not saying it's not good for the ecosystem.
Hopefully,
I'm
in the
just saying,
South, more people get into hunting and kill more hogs. And,
Well, that's the thing. Vegans stop
Yeah, see what I
15
mean?
extra hunters from,
Yeah.
taking care of the hog population that, could ruin.
That's why we got to go down there and shoot some fucking hogs.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's a
that's-
war when you think
listen,
about it.
It's at least 100 hogs between us three right here. Because guaranteed one of those hogs is making it back to the grill for fucking
But
dinner.
you also got to think, some of these hogs could be like 200 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Okay.
kill like 15, 20 of them, like, yeah.
Listen, I'm planning on bringing back about maybe 4 of them.
I would like to know what you could do, though, like, not taxidermy-wise, but, like, you know how, like, you have the, right there, the skull? Because I always wanted to do the skull with
So,
a buck,
you
but
have
I would
to-
like to do a skull, like,
You have to
with
wait.
the tusk.
If you have a nice
Yeah,
one
just
with
dry
a
it out,
tusk,
dude.
you dry it up. That's all it is.
Be
Do
the
what I
same,
did back
yeah.
there. Bury it in the dirt, and then you come back
Yeah.
half a year later. That's
All right.
that's it, yeah.
So on that note,
Well, now I know how to
Chinese
bleach
food?
a skull. What the fuck?
Well, that's the whole process after. I'm talking about like to decompose it.
Yeah.
I have 2 skulls out there now. Like you leave them.
You got to
buried
break it
for,
down.
half a year, and like bugs will eat the meat, and there'll be nothing but the bone.
You,
take it out.
you hungry over
I'm
there?
starving, bro.
Yeah.
I am ready for this Chinese food. We got wontons and crab ragoons, whatever the fuck that is.
You want some rotten deer skull? I'll give you that. I'll give
Ooh.
you that.
I know
bad.
where you keep your venison. I'll on the way out tomorrow morning, get myself some
we
flank
got some
steaks.
sausages out here, yo.
Yeah, all right.
We're good?
Yeah.
Good?
I'm good.
I'm fucked up.
All right, it's been another fucked up Friday. Java, Justin, thank you guys for joining us again, just like old times.
Shout out your show.
Ah, fuck. You got that nigga put me on the spot in the middle of
I don't know the
nowhere.
name of my show.
I don't know the name of my own show. I wish I had that problem.
So we got the JustBlazzz Show streaming on everything out here. Honestly, if you want, if you're looking to laugh, have a good time, check it out, cause that's all we're about. Honestly, chilling, smoking weed, having a lot of drinks, chilling. Fuck all that bullshit.
Smoke weed, fuck bitches.
Well said.
All right, Doom Nation, it's been an off-topic episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Java, Justin, thank you. It's been like the old days when we started this nonsense. Peace out, Doom Nation.
Hasta luego.
I better get that in the end credits.